Would you step outside, please? Because of the nature of these proceedings, Ms. Sturm, I don't think it's appropriate to have your daughter here. If I think that later on I require her to come in, I will. Mr. Spinner?
Yes, ma'am.
According to your complaint, Ms. Sturm became a friend, but was a dance instructor of yours. And you took a series of dance lessons from her. You were encouraged by her to enter a competition with her, and you were successful in winning a couple of medals at that competition, the two of you.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But that at some point she filed false allegations against you of sexual misconduct.
Right.
And you want to be reimbursed for all of your expenses that you had relative to that. And also, you want to be reimbursed for the unused dance classes that you took, and also at least one of the medals that you received.
2 medals, Your Honor. 2 medals.
You received 2. You want either one or both. Ms. Sturm says that everything she said was true, that you did in fact make unwarranted and overt sexual movements towards her during the course of your dance and at other times, and whatever complaint she made about you was truthful and accurate, and therefore you're not entitled to recover. She also says that with regard to your dance lessons, the unused time, because you prepaid for a series of dance lessons, she told you that she had a no refund policy. Is that right?
Yes.
So that's her defense. So let me get some facts. How long have you known Ms. Sturm?
We've originally dated in 1997. I met her at a singles dance, and we had a relationship that lasted about a year. And it was a kind of a rocky relationship, and then I ended it, or she ended it.
Okay.
And then after that, we both went our separate ways. She opened up a dance studio earlier this year, January of this year, and I went in about the middle of January. I congratulated her on her success in the dance business, and then I left. But I was in the market for looking for a new studio. I wanted to continue with my dance lessons, and I chose Ms. Sturm because I knew that she had a good reputation for teaching dance. So I decided, well, I'll go ahead and I'll just try this and see what happens.
Okay. You went in to see her in mid-January to congratulate her. Then you decided you wanted to take dance lessons from her. When did you go back, or how did you contact her with regard to those dance lessons?
I started taking dance lessons from her in late February.
And what were the cost of these dance lessons?
She charged, for a set of 10, she charged $400.
And did you pay her the $400?
Well, originally I didn't do that. She has a $50 for one dance lesson a week. So that's what I did at the beginning. And then later on, I paid the $400 for a set of 10.
And had you been paying right along?
I was paying like for maybe a couple of sets of 10 before she denied her services to me. So I actually had done the set of 10 a couple of different times before this incident happened.
Okay. How many hours of lessons do you believe that Ms. Sturm owes you?
Let's see, I gave her a check in June 3rd for check number 642 for $440 for 11 dance lessons.
Well, if in June you gave her $440 for 10, and was that the last money you gave her?
No, actually I gave her another $200, which was for group lessons.
Another $200 for group. So you think she owes you at least for 10?
$640, exactly.
Okay. Now, let me go to Ms. Sturm. When did you make these allegations about his sexual misconduct?
When I did that, it was after I had expelled him verbally on June 15th.
Okay. And you made those complaints to whom?
2 different police stations.
You have a copy of the complaints that you made?
Yes, I do.
I'd like to see. Ms. Sturm, I have some questions for you, madam. I want you to listen to me very carefully.
Okay.
I've read your answer very clearly, and I've read every word of your answer, and I've read the police reports. I want you to specifically tell me the date, time, and place of the sexual misconduct that you allege.
It was June 12th.
What did he do on June 12th?
That's when he lifted me up in the air and had his hand between my legs, and I told him to put me down.
Okay, that was June 12th. When prior to that?
It would be in the beginning of March. I would have to look at my card when I had lessons.
What did he do in the beginning of March?
He put his hand against my breast.
Where were you?
In my back part of my studio. I have 2 different rooms in my studio.
Were you giving him a lesson?
Yes, I was.
What did you say to him?
Don't do that.
And what did he say?
He just shrugged it off.
When was the next time?
Towards the end of March also was the incident when he first grabbed me and tried to kiss me.
Where was this?
In the second part of the studio, the back room, once again. It was just him and me in that room.
When was the next time?
Those were the incidents. There were various times we would be doing a routine when we were practicing, getting ready for competitions, and he would come up behind me and massage my shoulder, or we would be doing a routine, and we'd practice a certain pattern because we'd go over and over, and he would reach out and start to hug me, and there was a lot of hugging going on.
Now, there was a time when you and Mr. Spinner traveled from South Bend to Chicago. And you traveled from South Bend to Chicago for the purposes of participating in a dance competition with him. Is that correct, Ms. Sturm?
Yes, it is.
When was that?
That was June 14th and 15th.
So am I to assume, Ms. Sturm, that the fact that he massaged your back in March, put his hand on your breast in March, grabbed you and tried to kiss you in March, put his hand up your crotch in June, did not discourage you from traveling with him on the 14th and 15th of June to Chicago for the purposes of participating in a contest with him?
I did confront him on the day.
I'm asking you a question. You went with him, is that correct?
Yes, I did.
Now, what prompted you to make these allegations on June 24th, madam? Instead of in March, or April, or June 13th before you went to the competition with him? What was it?
Okay, there was over 23 incidents over that time. You're right, I was putting up with it because, I'd tell him he would, he kept professing his great love for me. I do
Miss
have...
Sturm, let's understand each other. On the 15th of June, you told me that you cut him off. You told him that he was no longer welcome to come back and take lessons from you. Is that right?
Right, so I told him to get in the car and drive out of my life.
Fine. And you told him that on the 15th of June?
Right.
What did he do after the 15th of June?
Well, first he sent me this letter, Your Honor.
May I see it?
Yes, you may.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
Tell me what else happened, madam, when you went willingly and not in the state of bondage to Chicago with him that inspired you to call the police and report sexual abuse on the plaintiff's part. Tell me.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Robert Spinner says ex-girlfriend Angela Sturm falsely accused him of sexual misconduct and harassment. Angela claims while giving him dance lessons, Robert touched her inappropriately.
So what's wrong with this letter? This is not a letter that inspires you to make a report to the police. He's saying either I want my money back or apply the money that I gave you for group lessons towards private lessons. I'm disappointed with the way the weekend went. As far as he's concerned, you acted in an unprofessional manner, and nothing contained in this letter that I've read, absolutely nothing, suggests to me that it was an inspiration for you to contact the police. So tell me what else happened, madam, after the 15th of June, when you went willingly and not in the state of bondage to Chicago with him, that inspired you to call the police and report sexual abuse on the plaintiff's part. Tell me.
Actually, I was not...
Show me a letter. Tell me the rest. Did he come to your house to stalk you after the 15th?
No, he did that on May 20th.
Okay. Tell me what he did on May 20th.
On May 20th, he just showed up at my house at 2 p.m. and...
2 o'clock in the afternoon?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Where most of my children were at home. I have 8 children. There were 6 of the children at home. He came to the door. My kid said, Mom, Robert Spinner wants to talk to you. And so I came to the door. I said, what do you want? He says, I want to talk in private. I said, no, you're not talking to me in private. You're going to talk to me in front of my children. And he said, oh, you cannot treat me like this, Angela. What are you doing to me? You're being so mean. You're being so cruel. And then he said, I can't continue to talk to you in front of your children. And he left.
Keep going.
Okay, well, first off, a dance student does not come to their dance teacher.
Keep going!
Okay, so that's what happened there. And if you want to go back to, I have all these love letters.
I don't want to go back at all. I want to go to a place after June 15th.
Okay, after I received that letter. Okay.
After you received this letter, which you received on June 16th.
Okay.
Let me ask you, did you respond to the letter?
No, I did not.
Okay.
I took it to an advisor.
Took it to a spiritual advisor?
No, a friend.
Ms. Sturm, if somebody writes you this kind of letter, which is not a hostile letter, it's a letter of disappointment, it's a letter of frustration, and you chose in a very unprofessional way not to respond to it at all, and you've already told him, according to you, get in your car and get out of my life. Don't come near me. I'm not giving you lessons anymore. I'm not doing anything. And he says, you owe me money. You owe me money. You choose to ignore him. He comes to your house, and he doesn't want to speak to you in front of your 8 children. He said, I want to speak to you privately. And you say, no, you talk in front of my 8 children. And you know what he does? He does what a mature person would do. He leaves. So I want you to tell me what happened after the 20th of June, which is when you say he came to your house at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, after the 20th, that inspired you to make a formal complaint of sex abuse to the police against the plaintiff after the 20th.
Okay. I
Which
was
is months,
advised not
right?
to respond to the letter
Don't
because
tell
the
me
person
what you
was sad, was
Did
very
you,
angry.
Ms. Sturm, did you hear my words?
Okay.
My
All right.
words were after June 20th. Because so far I've heard nothing that, in my judgment, gave you cause to call the police and to notify 2 different police officers that he had sexually abused you. So I want you to tell me, what was it after June 20th when he came to your home to talk to you about the problem, the lessons, the money, whatever, and did not behave in any aberrant way? What happened after June 20th that inspired you to go to the police? You have a window of 4 days, madam. Did anything happen?
Right, he kept contacting me after I
Tell
told him to
me.
leave me alone.
Tell me when he contacted you after June 20th.
He sent the letters, and he also called my house on June 23rd, my son Matthew Price.
Just a second. He called your house on June 23rd.
Yes.
Did he speak to you?
No.
Who did he speak to?
My son Matthew Pryke.
Did you call the house on June 23rd, sir? Just answer me yes or no.
Yes, I did.
And did you speak to her son?
Yes, I did.
And what did you say to him?
Actually, when I called her, when I called her house, I was looking at my phone bill, and when you dialed *69, it shows the return that whoever who called you. She called me at 2:30 in the morning, and I must have spaced out.
Do you have that?
No,
bill here?
I don't have that phone bill.
So is that why you called her?
So I was wondering who called me at this time, and it just didn't dawn on me it was her. So I called the number to find out who called me, and that's all that was. When I finally found out, when I recognized the voice, that it was her son, and I said, okay, I'm sorry, and I hung right up. I had no idea. If I knew it was her phone number, I would have never have called.
What else? June 23rd.
He called my house on June 23rd. I called his business on 6/24 at about 2 in the morning because in the letter that you saw, Judge, he said that if I wanted to contact him about the lessons, to call him at his office.
So you called him at his office at 2 o'clock in the morning?
Yes, because I didn't want to talk to him. I wanted to leave it on his voicemail.
I have that recorded.
Just a second. Now, I want you to tell me what happened as a result of her filing this complaint against you with the police department. Were you contacted by the police?
Yes, I was contacted by a corporal, and I voluntarily went down to the police station. He said that there was a complaint filed against me.
Were you arrested, sir?
I wasn't arrested, but when I went into the interrogation room, he locked the door behind me and he read me my rights. And he didn't say, well, we're not arresting you,
Okay,
but
you voluntarily came in.
I voluntarily came in, but he locked the door behind me.
I understand.
And
I understand, Mr. Spinner. Was this the first time you had ever been in a police interrogation room?
right, it is.
What do you do for a living, sir?
I work at a homeless shelter, and I counsel the homeless on overcoming barriers to employment.
Okay. When, for the first time, other than this letter, did you ever ask her for your money back or for
Yes,
lessons before?
I've contacted the Better Business Bureau. There was several correspondence with them.
Can I see the letters to the Better Business Bureau?
And I also
please?
have a letter that I sent to her directly, certified mail. And these are the letters to the Better Business Bureau and their responses back. I tried to keep this out of court. I tried to be as civil as I can, but I tried to use the
Got it.
Better Business Bureau
Got
to
it.
help with this.
On June 25th, you sent this certified?
That letter prompted her to call the police and said that, and that's when that letter prompted harassment charges when I was asking for my money.
Now, the only thing that I haven't addressed yet that I just want some information are these 2 medals. Did you win medals with him, dancing with him as a dance partner? The answer is either yes or no.
Yes.
How many medals did you win?
3.
Where are they now?
1 is in the studio and 2 I have here.
Okay, can I see the 2 that you have here? Okay, these are the same. They're exactly the same. Is that right? What is the third one that you have in the studio? Is that the same as this?
No, it's from Notre Dame.
So it's from a different competition?
Yes.
Okay, and was that on the same weekend in Chicago?
No, it was May 5th in Notre Dame, Indiana.
Okay. Suing her for $1,909.23. And according to your complaint, that represents money for filing these false charges against you, the dance lessons, and a little bit of aggravation, and the return of the 2 medals. Okay. Now, give one to him, give one back to her. Mr. Spenner, I want you to listen to me very carefully. I'm not getting into how many dance lessons are left, whether you gave her 12-year-old daughter a receipt. I'm not getting into any of that. As far as I'm concerned, the defendant abused the legal system and abused the police department and abused you by filing a false report that you had, in fact, sexually abused her. And I need not get into all of the details of how many lessons are owed. You are suing her for $1,900. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm giving you a judgment for $1,900 against her. I find her actions absolutely unacceptable. She used the police department because you were asking for your money back. Clearly, nothing that she alleges that you did to her in March, in April, in May, or even in June inspired her to make this complaint. She freely and voluntarily went to Chicago with you. She freely and voluntarily danced in competitions with you after all of these alleged touchy-feely incidents. And it wasn't until after she terminated you coming into her studio after June 24th that she filed these complaints. I am appalled at that. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $1,900. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated, sir. Have a seat.
This is your current boyfriend?
No.
Who is
my
this?
Ex-husband.
Ex-husband?
Mm-hmm.
Where's the boyfriend?
He's not here.
Why not?
He couldn't make it.
Any particular reason?
No.
Was he a witness to this event?
To the event, no.
Good. Ms. Anderson, from what I read in your complaint, the only thing that you and Miss Morris have in common, the exception of mutual dislike for each other, is a boyfriend. Used to be yours, then it was hers, but you continued to see him. I'm going to figure this out as we go along. In any event, your claim is that you were sitting with this boyfriend or semi-boyfriend of yours, and the defendant came up in her car or truck or whatever kind of vehicle she was driving and proceeded to not only assault the vehicle that you were in, but you. Is that right?
Yes.
And Miss Morris says that is absolutely not true. Never did it. When did this alleged assault take place?
On June 5th
Of this
of
year?
2003, yes. About 10:30 at night.
Where were you?
I was at my friend's house in the car in his driveway.
Which friend?
The
boy.
Yes.
Does the boy have a first name?
Yes, Richard.
Had you dated Richard?
Yes.
For how long?
8, 9 years. Sorry.
But even though you had dated him 8 or 9 years, Richard was not monogamous.
Right.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Because he also had Miss Morris. Was he living with you at any point in the last 2 years, Miss Morris?
In the last 2 years, no. In 2000, he lived with me.
And did you continue to see him through 2003?
Yes, until June 5th.
In a boyfriend-girlfriend
Absolutely.
relationship?
Mhm.
Okay. And your ex-husband was your ex-husband as of when?
As of 1997, I believe.
He doesn't live with you.
Yes, he does live with me. He lived with Richard and I together in the same household, yes.
Okay.
Tim and I share 2 children, and even though we can't fix our differences, he has an obligation to my children as well as I do. And we share that obligation.
So he lives with you since 1997, and you were living with Richard in 2000.
Richard lived with me, yes.
And your children. And the children understand this whole relationship. How old are your children?
Currently, they are 13 and 11.
And they understand that their daddy lives home but doesn't stay in the same room as their mommy. Their mommy stays in a room with Richard.
Right.
Shh. It's a different world we live in. It's not Ozzie and Harriet. You know who Ozzie and Harriet are?
Of course I know who Ozzie and Harriet.
Thank you. Okay. So you were in the car on the 5th of June, 2003, 10:30 at night, talking to your friend Richard,
Yes.
who you knew, according to your complaint, was still involved with Miss Morris.
Yes.
But he was still a friend of yours.
Yes.
Now, when you say friend, Did you have an intimate relationship with him, or was it just a friendly relationship?
Intimate relationship.
So it didn't bother you that he still had a relationship with Miss Morris?
No.
I would like to see this, Richard.
That would probably be why he's not before you today.
I mean, I'd just like to get a look at him.
I have pictures of him if you'd
Oh,
like.
I'd love to see a picture.
Actually-
Do you have one with you?
Actually, they're outside. They're outside the courtroom. I don't have
You'll
them.
get it to Bird later.
Most
just
certainly.
so that I could take a look at it so I can see it. I'm dying to take a look at it.
Sure.
Okay. Now, I want you to tell me what happened when you were sitting and talking to Richard on the 5th of June at 10:30 at night.
Okay. First of all, Bobby Joe's been very jealous of me all along.
That's Bobby Joe.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
She's been jealous of you. Listen, I don't
But
want to get into
anyway, I was in my vehicle. We had just pulled into the driveway, so I was
Who
still
was driving?
Me.
that. And you were pulling into whose driveway?
Richards.
Okay.
Had you gone out for the evening?
Yes, we were just gotten back, and I was dropping
From where?
him off from Jackson Indio Casino.
Okay.
Okay. Can I? Okay. All right.
You'll have a turn.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
Okay, so we were up there. We came home. I dropped him off, and we were sitting in the car talking. You know, he hadn't gotten out of the car just yet, and all of a sudden, I seen some lights coming from my rearview mirror, and it was the defendant and in her truck. And so she pulled up alongside the passenger side, and she got out of her truck, and the windows were down in our car because it was warm outside. And she stood outside the passenger door, and she was yelling at him and throwing out comments, and she told me she was going to burn my house down, and just upset. And no sooner was she saying these things did she lunge into the car, and she grabbed my hair.
How could she do that? She was on the passenger side.
And she had her seatbelt
She
on.
went through the passenger window, across the passenger, and
Lunged towards you.
you got it.
Okay.
Okay, grabbed my hair, started tugging and pulling on it, and tried to pull me out of
Now, Richard is in between the two of you.
Yes.
So she's pulling your hair past Richard's nose.
Yes, and
Got it.
he's trying to get her hands off of me, okay? And she's trying to pull me out the passenger window. And I'm seatbelted
over
in.
Richard.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Okay? And so he's trying to get her hands free from me, and he finally does, okay? And so she's got really, threw a temper tantrum, you know, and she started kicking my car on the side, on the passenger door, and making dents in it. And at that point, I was stunned, I was shocked, I was scared. I started the car, and I proceeded to take off. So then I approached a stop sign, I had stopped, and I was just taking off, you know, and I was going about 15 miles an hour, and she hit me in the back of my bumper with her truck. And I went a couple more feet, I hung a U-turn, I stopped, and I said, you know, I'm gonna call the cops. And she started burning her tires in her truck, and she sped away the opposite way. And then after that, I went and I dropped Richard off at his house, and then she proceeded to call me for several hours afterwards on my pager, you know, putting in her phone number to
Whatever.
identify
Go ahead,
her,
keep going.
whatnot, and so on.
Okay. And is that
so
what
that's
happened
it.
that night?
Yes.
That's what happened. When did you contact the police?
The following day.
Let me see the police report, please.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
Why did you go over to the house 10:30 at night?
Because it was his birthday, and I chose to. He was my boyfriend.
Can I see the bill for the car, please?
What was that?
The bill for the car.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Jill Anderson says her ex-boyfriend's girlfriend, Bobby Joe Morris, assaulted her and damaged her car. Bobby Joe denies the charge.
Okay. There was a restraining order issued. Is that right? There's an application
Yes.
for a restraining order.
There is.
I have the application dated the beginning of June.
11 days after the incident, I was served with temporary restraining order papers, which I responded to. We went to court for those orders. We were granted mutual stay-away orders.
Just a second. The incident was reported the next day. You may not have been served papers until some time after that, but the incident was reported the same day.
Okay.
And she was, in fact, granted a protective order.
We both were, ma'am.
She was. You may have been. You may have been, but you never filed a police report.
Why? It would be false. A police report of what?
Listen to me.
Okay.
Listen to me very carefully. She filed an application for a protective order. She was granted a protective order. That's what she says happens, and I assume you have a bill for any damage to your
Yes.
truck. Is that right? And how much does the bill indicate will be to fix it?
$2,029.62.
Can I see pictures of the truck, please, and the damage? Show these to the defendant, please, Bert. Thank you. Now, Miss Morris, you went to see Richard that evening, the evening of June 5th, and that was approximately 10:30 in the evening?
Close to, yes.
And why did you go to see him at 10:30 in the evening on the 5th of June?
Because, number one, it was his birthday. I was the manager of my daughter's softball team. We had a softball game that evening. We didn't arrive back home until close to 9 o'clock. Richard had been sick for since Tuesday. He hadn't been feeling well. He was ill. So in the evening, after I got home and got all the kids delivered everywhere and everything, I went over to see him. I had talked to him approximately 3 hours prior to. He did not go to a Jackson Rancheria or anything else.
When you spoke to him 3 hours earlier.
He called me about 7:30, I'm going to say.
Yes.
On my cell phone that evening while I was at the softball game.
Tell me about your version of the conversation.
My version of the conversation, he asked me how the game was going. I told him, it should be over close to 8 o'clock. We would get back home, and then I'd come over to see him.
And what did he say?
Okay, he'd see me later.
Doubt that. I doubt that. Does Richard work?
No.
Does Richard work?
No.
You mean he just chose not to come today?
Yes.
Okay, so you got over there at 10:30 and you found Richard, with whom you had, according to you, a date, sitting in a car talking to Miss Anderson, who you knew and who you knew he had been involved with. Is that right? Yes, of course, that's right. And tell me what you did.
Okay, first of all, I went to Richard's parents' home, is where he lives, and I pulled up into the driveway. You have to walk into the back. He lives behind his parents' house. I walked back there, expecting that he would be there. He was not there. I stood at his door and I knocked, and I called on his telephone. Got no answer. I left him a message telling him obviously somebody had brought him Feel Better pills because he was obviously feeling better than he was at 7:30 because he wasn't home. So I left from their driveway. There's also rear access to this property, which is where I saw Miss Anderson and Richard sitting in the car. It was not at their residence. It was in an open space in a field behind the home. There's a big gate that you open up and it goes directly to where he stays.
So you went back there to look for him?
So yeah, I went to the back gate.
So you went back there to look for him?
Right.
After you left him a note on the door?
No, I didn't leave him a note. I left him a voicemail message.
Oh, you left him a voicemail message that said you must have gotten a Feel Better pill.
Right.
And then you went looking for him?
Because his truck was there.
Just a second.
Sure.
Then you went looking for him?
Sure.
Okay, and you found him sitting with the plaintiff?
Sure, yes I did.
Go ahead, let's hear the rest.
Okay, I approached from the rear. They were sitting up close to the fence. I came up in the field behind their car, pulled up along the passenger side because I assumed that it being Jill's car, that Richard would be in the passenger seat if he were there. Rolled my window down. Richard rolled his window down. I asked him, what's really going on here? And he said they were waiting for a friend of his to bring them something or whatever. And at that time, I stated to him that he needed to send her on her way. He did that. They discussed whatever in the car. He got out of the car, and she left. Now, he and I had words at that point, and I wasn't happy with him. This has been an ongoing harassment situation that I've had to deal with from Miss Anderson for the past almost 7 years. So at that point, I told Richard, I'm done, because I had previously, about 8 months ago, had discussion with both of them and told them I was done doing this. I was done.
Why did you go over to the house 10:30 at night?
Because it was his birthday, and I chose to. He was my boyfriend. That's why. I went there to give him his birthday gifts. That's what I went there for.
Can I see the bill for the car, please?
What was that?
The bill for the car!
Yes.
Miss Morris, I doubt the veracity of your version of events, that you went there to give him his birthday presents.
It's the honest to God truth. You don't have to believe me.
Yes, I know. And that he had, in fact, made an appointment to see you that evening, and that you got there and found him with her, and that you said to him, you best come outside so that we can have a talk.
We were
This
already
after you
outside.
told me that you have been harassed by her for the last 7 years, that you had conversations with her before to stay out of your life, and all of that
Because
good
she
stuff.
came
I'm
to my...
speaking.
Okay.
And all of that good stuff. I doubt the veracity of how you say that evening went down. And I find that you did, in fact, cause the damage to her car, that you did, in fact, pull her hair, but didn't cause her any serious injury, didn't cause her any injury at all. I do hope that neither one of you have anything to do with Richard anymore. He sounds like quite a loser. In any event, you are responsible for fixing her car. The total cost for her car looks like to me $2,029. What year car is this?
The 86
An 86 what?
Honda Accord.
How long have you had it?
3 years.
How much did you pay for it?
$4,000.
Okay. I think you're going to have the car fixed for $1,000. This car that is now almost 20 years old, you should be able to have it fixed for $1,000.
Okay, can I?
Just a second.
Okay.
Now we're going to get to your harassment. She was granted a protective order by virtue of the fact that she filed an application for a protective order which brought this matter to head in court. Subsequent to her filing an application for a protective order, you chose to go to mediation when you said, well, she's been bothering me too. She's been calling, et cetera, et
No,
cetera.
that was not the nature of our mediation.
Go ahead. What's
The nature of our mediation was, number one, I would like to let you know I don't have any kind of a criminal or civil background of any kind.
It's okay. She doesn't have to have a prior criminal background. Neither do you. In
Right.
order to be granted a
But to
protective order,
me-
you lost your temper.
I
You
didn't
lost
lose my temper. It
Yes, you
didn't
did.
happen.
You did.
It
lose your
didn't happen.
Yeah. Well, it's fine. Listen, common sense has to rule. Common sense to me suggests that when somebody with as poor judgment as you have, to subject your children to living with their father and your boyfriend in the same house, has a relationship with a guy, and at the same time as he's having a relationship with you, living in your home, sharing your bed, having a long-term relationship with somebody else, and you permit that circumstance to continue, that when you finally have had it up to here, and at 10:30 at night, after a long day with your children, get in your car to go over to give him his birthday presents and find him in a field, alone, in a car with a woman who has been harassing you for the last 7 years, that you do absolutely nothing to her or her car. That defies credulity. I do not believe it. For 30 seconds or less, you can tell me why I should consider your harassment counterclaim inasmuch as she was granted an order of protection. Go.
Okay, first of all, as far as the damages go, I'd like to say something regarding that.
Listen to me.
Okay.
I've made a judgment with regard to that.
Okay.
Pay careful attention.
Okay,
I'm now on your counterclaim.
okay. And I'd like to also, can I show you these pictures? I've had surgery on my leg. There's no possibility, no way for me to kick, not even that high on her vehicle. So
Did you hear what I said? Harassment. Tell me about it. You've used up 10 of your 30 seconds.
Okay, the harassment has been since 1997. Miss Anderson came intoxicated to my home, called me and told me she was on her way there.
When? Give me a year.
1997.
Not interested. Get to 2003.
2003, she continually calls my home. I've had for 5 years on my phone a block from her calling. I've paid for about almost 6 years on my telephone bill for her to not harass my home.
Okay.
Okay.
When was the last time you filed a complaint against her?
I've never filed a complaint.
How come?
Probably for the same reason she's never filed one against me.
If someone harassed me for 6 years, causing me to put a block on my phone, and continued to harass me, I would have at least made one report to the police. Wouldn't you have? Huh? Probably so. Probably so. Well, next time I would document it. If she continues to bother you, keep a record of how many times she calls. Next time she calls your house and harasses you, I would suggest that you call and report it to the police, and I'll be more than delighted to hear your counterclaim. For now, it's dismissed. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $1,000. That's all. Goodbye.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Building maintenance worker Eugene Turner is suing his daughter's ex-boyfriend, 26-year-old Ron Matoyer, for the cost of a cell phone. Ron says the lawsuit is ridiculous.
Yeah, this is case number 290 on the calendar in the matter of Turner versus Matoya. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Have a seat, please.
Mr. Turner, you look very angry, sir.
Yes, I am.
Life is short, Mr. Turner. This gentleman here is your daughter's ex-boyfriend. This is your daughter?
Yes, it is.
Beautiful girl. How old are you?
21.
How long were you and Miss Turner dating?
Approximately 4 years.
And how old are you, Mr. Montoya?
26.
And during the 4 or so years that you were dating Miss Turner, I assume that you did not have a positive relationship with her father.
Not at all. Since the beginning, he never gave me a chance.
How many daughters do you have, Mr. Turner?
I have 2. I have a 13-year-old also.
Nobody's ever good enough for your daughter, right?
That's correct.
I got it. Because your lawsuit really is pretty silly. When I read it.
I agree.
When I read it and I saw you and I saw your daughter, I said, this lawsuit is more than just about a cell phone that you say that Mr. Montoya stole that you had given to your daughter, because this is what this lawsuit is about. Your claim is that he had a fight with your daughter, which was really, according to you, pretty serious. You know, he ripped her dress, according to you. He rammed into her car, according to you. He stole a cell phone. He attacked her at home. All of those bad things. And all I'm hearing is your lawsuit is for $265.49 because you claim that he stole a cell phone that you had given your daughter.
Yeah, see.
Okay. So now I want you to tell me why you're suing this man for $265 for a cell phone. First, when did you give your daughter the cell phone?
Well, it was my phone. I gave it to her that evening when she was going to go to a modeling shooting.
But it was your phone?
Yes.
Your number, it was regularly in your possession. You just lent it to her that night?
Exactly.
I see. And you don't exactly know what happened that evening because you weren't there?
No.
But your daughter was?
Yes.
What night did you have the last fight with your boyfriend?
It was around the end of July. I don't remember the exact date.
Do you know Mr. Turner?
It was the 27th.
Tell me what happened.
We got into a big argument because I wanted to go to a modeling convention and he wanted to go, but I didn't want him to go.
He didn't want to go?
No, I didn't want him.
You wanted to go to a modeling convention?
Yeah, and he wanted to go, but I didn't want him to go.
He wanted to go with you?
Yeah.
He's worried. Right?
Was.
You were worried at that time.
Yes, Your Honor, I was.
So you like to sort of keep an eye on your girl.
She's a pretty girl, I want to keep an eye on.
Right. Bird, do me a favor. Would you just change position over there and step in between these two people? I would appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, so he wanted to go with you. You said, stay home, and you got into an argument.
Correct.
Go ahead.
So he said he'll make sure I won't go, so that's when he ripped my dress. But he just ripped like a long slit in it where it'll show my underwear, so I couldn't wear the dress. But
did you do that?
Yeah, I admit to that. That's true.
So I changed outfits, and I still decided to go.
Were you living together at the time?
Yes.
How long had you been living together?
We lived together for a year.
For how long didn't your father approve of this arrangement? Long time?
He didn't mind that we were living together, just towards the end when a lot of arguments and things were going on. Him and Mr. Matoya were friends at one point.
But not recently?
Correct.
So what happened next?
So I went to the service station and he was there, and while I was pumping gas, he took my dad's cell phone, and I asked Matoya to return it to me, and he just got in the car and left.
Totally untrue.
What did you do?
I didn't even see her at any gas station. And I have one comment to make. They said that this occurred on the 27th, I believe her or her dad just said. I have a written statement that she wrote right here which says that it occurred on August 3rd.
Let me see.
All these allegations are totally unfalse.
Are totally unfalse?
Totally untrue, I mean, sorry. Mr. Turner has a restraining order against me. And basically, ever since he received this restraining order against me, he's been doing everything possible to try to get me thrown in jail.
You have a child together?
Yes.
Yes.
How old is your child?
He's 2.
Who is he living with now?
He's living with me.
And who are you living with?
My father.
Now, sir, did she call the police when you ripped her dress?
No.
She could have.
She could have.
Right? Because that's a violent act.
Okay,
right?
but...
Right? It's a violent
Yes,
act. She
that's
could
true.
have, and she didn't. Why do you think she would lie to me and tell me that you came to the gas station and you took her cell phone?
Because she lives with her dad, and basically what he says goes. She told me that she's going to say whatever her dad says to say because he'll kick her out the home. And he has a restraining order against me when we got into a physical fight. Ever since then, she told me also that he said, well, be careful because my dad feels that you got the best of him, so therefore he's doing anything to get you thrown in jail. He called and said I followed him to the airport. He called and said I followed him to work. He said I flattened his tires. He's just been making all these false statements to get me thrown in jail.
Do you have, Mr. Montoya, a bad temper?
No, I do not.
Well, you have to have a bad temper if you ripped her clothes.
I didn't want to put our business out there, but that day, she was basically punching me in my face, scratching me, kicking me.
Why?
And all I did was rip their dress.
Why was she doing that to you?
I think I held myself pretty good.
Why was she doing that to you? Why was she assaulting you?
She was upset between all the things me and her dad had been going through. Because we got into a fight. All this happened before that. And I was in the process of moving, just my things were there, so I would come back occasionally.
Oh, so you were moving out of the residence?
Yes, I was.
I see. So you were not getting along to begin with. Now, you were not getting along. You're in the process of moving out. But you come home to pick up some of your stuff, and you find that she's going to some modeling class or something. And according to you, you want to go with her. What business was it of yours that she wanted to go someplace that day, that you wanted to be her chaperone?
You're right, that's none of my business, but we're here on the cell phone. We're not here on her dress being ripped.
We hear about what happened that day, sir, and what happened that day and all the surrounding circumstances, because you're not going to say to me, yes, Judge, you're absolutely right, I took the cell phone. You say, I didn't take the cell phone. She says you did take the cell phone. So I have to make a determination, Mr. Montoya, as to whether or not all of the circumstances of that day point to the fact that you did, in fact, take the phone.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
You rip her dress, she goes inside, she changes her dress, walks out of the house, leaving you standing there. And what you're telling me is, well, you just said, okay, I guess she wants to go all by herself and she doesn't want to go with me.
And later today,
I had a sick feeling in my gut that he was cheating on me. I suffer from PMS and I maybe overreacted.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Eugene Turner says his daughter's ex-boyfriend, Ron Matoyer, stole his cell phone. Ron says Eugene has never liked him.
Now, I have to make a judgment. And my judgment has to be, which of the two of you is telling the most cogent story? Which of the two of you is telling the story that makes the most common sense? And when I said to you, why would she not complain about, or not complain to the police, at least, about you ripping her dress or you coming and making a scene at the gas station? But she does say, I want the cell phone back. I just don't want to have anything to do with them anymore. I just want the cell phone back. As opposed to the story that you're telling me. You said, I want to go with you to the modeling class or to the modeling course or whatever it was, and she says, no, you're not going. You have an argument, you rip her dress, she goes inside, she changes her dress, and walks out of the house anyway, leaving you standing there. And what you're telling me is, well, you just said, okay, I guess she wants to go all by herself and she doesn't want to go with me. That's what you want me to believe.
Yes,
well, I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
We have a police report too, Your Honor.
Let me see it.
Does he even have proof that he has a cell phone? Does he have a cell phone bill or anything of that nature?
Yes, I do.
Shh. You don't have to answer him. I'm the one who marshals the evidence.
This still need to be on here?
I would if I were you.
Okay.
So this is the report you made to the police, sir. I want you to listen. Maybe this will jog your memory. How do you pronounce your first name?
Shiny.
Shanique told me that Ron, I assume that's you, followed her to the Arco gas station located in the area of Heacock and Postal. She drove into the gas station, and when she got out to pay for the gas, Ron jumped into her car. He grabbed her father's cell phone. Ron began checking the phone's history to determine what calls she had received. Stop smirking, sir. She told him to get out of the car. Ron maintained possession of the cell phone, got out of the car and ran towards his car, which was parked nearby in the same parking lot. Shanique followed Ron on foot in an attempt to retrieve her father's cell phone. He refused to give her the phone. She went to call on a nearby payphone. As she dialed 911, she told Ron that she was calling the police. He took the phone from her and hung up. She tried dialing again, and again he took the phone from her and hung up. Any of that sound familiar?
None of it rings a bell.
None of it rings a bell. Okay, at that time, Mr. Turner, the police were told that the value of your cell phone was $100.
Yes. But when I went into T-Mobile to get the exact replaced value, they gave me a receipt, and it was $219.
Let me see. Okay. Mr. Matoya, now I know that you're going to leave here thinking that I've been very unfair to you, that there was no proof, as you say, that you stole the telephone. It's my job to determine who is telling the truth and who is fibbing. And based upon common sense and based upon what I've seen in the police report, I determined that you're the fibber. So you have to pay him $215. Judgment for the plaintiff. That's all. Step out.
Parties are excused. May step out. I'm back into the right, please.
Apparently, Mr. Matoyer is a compulsive liar.
Everything's untrue, and it's just total lies.
I clapped my daughters through with the bomb.
I got the best of him in the fight, physical fight that he started, so it's all revenge.
I'm just happy with the decision, and she can see that Ron's a liar.
You live and you learn, that's life.
We just stay positive and keep in a positive direction.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Fogg versus Hanson. Step forward, please.
John Fogg is suing his ex-roommate, Carol Hanson, for the return of his belongings and stolen money. Carol claims they were boyfriend and girlfriend, and John cheated.
Mr. Fogg, I gather that you moved into the defendant's home when you lost your prior residence. And according to Miss Hanson, you had a sort of a relationship. She wakes up one morning and finds you not home. She got very angry. She took all your stuff and she brought it to a friend's house, according to you, and you did that about 4:30 in the morning?
Approximately.
So tell me, what day were you unceremoniously evicted from Miss Hanson's home?
August 22nd.
How long had you been there?
3 months approximately, Your Honor.
Were you a tenant? Were you paying rent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you have your own room?
Yes.
And where were you on August 22nd?
I was with my daughter.
Decided to spend the night at your daughter's house?
No, I didn't stay there. I went to the gun club, stayed there. They have a pool table and
Why?
they belonged to the gun club. I didn't want to go home because she had wrote me a letter. On the 21st, she wrote me a letter that she loved me. And that left me a little apprehensive because she prefers women over men. And I didn't want to be involved in that situation.
Go ahead.
The letter came in on the 21st. On the 22nd, I got a cell phone at 4:50 when I answered it. At 4:50 in the morning, my things were thrown out. And also...
Just a second. The cell phone message was that your things were on the lawn?
They were on the porch at my friend's house.
You were taking them over to a friend of his?
Yes, I packed his belongings very neatly in bags.
Why did you do that?
Because he is a neat freak.
I'm asking, I know why you might do it, that he's a neat freak, but if you were angry because according to your answer, you thought he was cheating on you.
Yes.
So if you were angry, how neatly did you pack up his stuff?
I did pack them neatly. I didn't roll them in balls or anything like that. I had a sick feeling in my gut that he was cheating on me. The feeling that I felt in the past when ex-boyfriends have cheated on me. He didn't come home all night, did not call.
Why didn't you just wait for him to come home and tell him to move?
Because I was afraid that he would charm his way back in. I was afraid of risking disease.
Disease from what?
Diseases from sexually transmitted diseases.
Well, there's one way to avoid that.
Well, we didn't use condoms in the past.
I don't want to get so personal, Miss Hanson. I just wanted to explain to you that all you have to do is wait for him to come home, tell him to get his things out of the house. You don't have to have sex with him in order to tell him to do that. But you don't pack up his things in the middle of the night and go and put them on somebody's porch.
In my defense, I suffer from PMS and I maybe overreacted.
Fine. What items do you claim are missing, Mr. Fogg?
Several pairs of cufflinks, which I have pictures of. 2 rings that were in my suit jacket. The OxyContin.
What were your rings doing in a suit jacket?
Because when I left the other premises, I had to take, and something, it wasn't uncommon for me to put 2 rings in the suit jacket. I had pills, suit jacket, $500. Apparently what I'm thinking is when she moved the clothing, she must have heard the pills inside, and she went through that. The love letter was in there also, and that's all gone.
You said there was cash missing. Where was the
It
cash?
was in the pocket, because she always would go through my drawers. The drawers that I had, I would put pieces of candy wrappers in. Okay, and every time I come home, the candy wrappers weren't there. So she was always in the drawers. So what I did was, I went to the closet and had one inside the hinge. Those were never removed, so I put everything in there. Now, on the other hand, when I went to the police station, which I have reports here, on the 31st, because I was in enough trouble, I didn't want to have any problems with the police.
What do you mean you were in enough trouble?
Well, prior restraining order.
Against you?
Yes.
What did she say you did?
She claims that I pulled her hair in July, and she went to court 9803 saying I pulled her hair in July.
Did you pull her hair in July?
No.
Did you do it in June?
No, I never pulled her hair. If you read the report, it's a joke.
Report, please. Boy, I thought this was going to be easy. How much after you got this message on August 22nd that your stuff was being tossed did you respond to the location, Mr. Fogg?
I did the next day.
So, of course, it's possible that someone else took your property.
Well, I'll give her the benefit of the doubt.
It's possible that somebody else took your property. Isn't that right, Ms. Hanson? Right after you threw it out.
Yes.
That's possible. You're still responsible.
He
Whether you took it, Ms. Hanson, or whether somebody else took it, you're responsible.
Well, 10 days later, he showed up with a police officer, which the officer told him that he would not be charging me and he could just fill out a missing items report.
Of course he was not going to charge you. He's not charging you with necessarily stealing it because there's not enough proof to establish that you stole these items, and I don't think that you probably did steal the items.
I did.
You may have, but I don't
didn't.
think you did. Certainly he can't prove that you did. However, he's a paying tenant. You cannot take his stuff and throw it out. And if you do, and if some of his items become missing or stolen by somebody else, you, Ms. Hanson, are responsible because the law says you may not do what you did. The law does not recognize PMS as an excuse for bad behavior. Do you understand?
I understand.
Good. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $2,000. That's
Thank you, Your Honor.
Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Ladies, have seats. You're welcome.
Bird, this is another one of those cases of Dumb and Dumber, and Mama gets to pay the bill.
Ooh.
Which one is your daughter?
Erin.
That's dumb. Dumber. Miss Cassidy made the mistake of letting her daughter borrow her car. Her daughter went to a party and got blotto drunk. So far correct, Miss Cassidy?
Pretty accurate.
Somehow or another, Mr. Graves over here, dumber, got the car and wrecked it. Mr. Graves' defense, while he acknowledges that he went over a curb or a building, is that right, sir? You're not exactly sure.
Technically.
Thereby damaging the car, has a novel defense. So we have agreed on a certain state of facts. Miss Cassidy, the mother, owner of the car, daughter whose name is?
Erin Cassidy.
Drunk, blotto, laid out. He takes the car. Now we're going to hear his defense. He can't wait.
All right. Well, we're at a party at my friend's house, and Erin asked me to go pick up an errand for her. And
Pick up what?
Pick up an errand.
Pick up an errand.
Yeah.
Is that heavy?
No. No, it's not.
Erin asked you to what?
To drive her car to go pick up an errand for her.
To go pick up an errand. Could you
Yes.
describe what an errand is, sir? Because Bird and I don't understand what an errand is. Is that bigger than a bread box, smaller than a bread box? What does it do? What does an errand do?
It's an illegal substance.
An errand is called an illegal substance.
No,
Bird,
that's what I went
have you ever heard an illegal substance called an errand?
Not in this lifetime.
Not in this lifetime. And having been around family courts and the court system for a long time, we would have heard, I mean, we've heard of a lot of things, but we've never heard of an illegal substance called an errand. We're going to start again, Mr. Graves.
Okay.
You were at a party, and Erin asked you to what?
To go pick up some cocaine for her.
Okay. Did she give you any money? I would like you to look in my eyes when you speak to me.
All right. She tried to give me some money, but she couldn't find her wallet because she was too drunk. And so we went looking for her wallet, and I found it outside in the front, or next to the front door. So.
Look at my eyes.
Sorry.
So you took money out of her wallet, or you brought the wallet back to her?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh, what? Uh-huh is not an answer.
Yes.
You see what I mean, Dumb and Dumber?
Dumb and Dumberer.
Dumb and Dumberer. Uh-huh is not an answer. Either you took the money out of her wallet, or you brought the wallet back to her for her to take the money out of it, and uh-huh is not an answer. Column A or column B? Which one was it?
Took the wallet to her.
And she took the money out?
No, she said to look in it and take the money.
And how much money did you take out?
Just $20.
20 bucks. And where did you go to purchase this cocaine for Erin with the 20 bucks?
From a friend of mine.
Friend of yours?
Yeah, well, a friend of ours.
A mutual friend? The person's name?
I can't give that.
Oh, yes, you can.
All right.
You're here in court. I'm asking you a question. I have to decide whether or not you're telling me the truth. The person's name?
Justin?
Justin what?
I don't know. I don't want to give it to you. Sorry.
Now, you're in the car on your way with the 20 bucks to buy cocaine for Erin, who was drunk. So drunk she couldn't even find her own wallet. And what happened with the car, Mr. Graves?
Well, I was turning to a left-hand turn lane, and I got a glare in my eye.
What time was it?
I think 11 or so.
At
11,
night?
Yes.
Was it a sun glare?
No, it was from a light, because I wear contacts.
It was from what light, because you wear...
The street light. Like, you know, the light that's red, green, signal light. And I
So
got,
because you wear contact lenses, it affects your light in a way different from
Well,
the way it
no.
affects normal people.
no, not necessarily. I don't know how normal people see because I'm not a normal seer.
You're not normal, is what you're saying. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
No, I'm not trying
So
to play
you were blinded by the light. And what happened?
Well, I drive a truck, so I'm not used to her quick handling, and sorry.
You got blinded by the light. And what happened?
And I was turning into the left-hand turn lane, and there's an island there. And I went up the curb onto the island.
Thereby damaging the...
The rims.
Then you went and bought the cocaine,
Yes,
and you brought it back to the house.
yes.
And what did you do with it?
Well, I went to go find Erin, but she was passed out on my friend's bed.
And
And so then I just gave it to someone else.
you gave Erin's cocaine to somebody else?
Well, someone else was purchasing some too at the same time.
You mean you drove somebody else also to your friend Justin's house to buy the cocaine?
Yes,
Is that what you're telling me?
yes.
Well, how many purchasers... Bird. This is very serious business. This is the future of our country here that's standing here.
Merely cleaning my
This is the
glasses.
future of America. How many purchasers were in the car altogether, Mr. Graves?
None of them were purchasers.
Well,
But
there
they were
was
just-
you.
I wasn't purchasing.
Sure, you were purchasing.
I was purchasing it for other people.
You were an
Yes.
errand.
Yes.
Sorry, he was an errand. And then there was at least one other person who you also said was in the car also purchasing, right?
No, no other person in the car was purchasing besides me.
I thought you said somebody else in the house. You gave
Well,
it to...
I brought two people with me, but they weren't purchasing any. They were just going along for the ride.
So you gave it to...
The person that was back at the house.
Just because they were... Was it their birthday or anything?
Not that I know of.
Was it a bar mitzvah present?
No.
Just because you were a nice guy. Because you don't do any cocaine.
No, not anymore. Not anymore.
I don't mean now, I mean then.
Yeah, I did.
Party time. So you just gave away the cocaine. Didn't want to use any of it yourself that night. Didn't want to save any for later.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
You know what makes me doubt what he said? The fact that when he came back, because she was sleeping, he gave the cocaine away.
And later today,
I'm not happy, you're not happy, let's call this quits. And he then crossed the double yellow line in my car and started driving towards oncoming traffic full force.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Kathy Cassidy says her daughter's former friend, Colin Graves, damaged her BMW when he drove it over a curb. Colin says Kathy's daughter asked him to go buy cocaine.
How much did it cost you to fix this car, Miss Cassidy?
$25, $34, $95 or something.
Do you have any proof of that?
Yes, I do.
I'd like to see it, please. Where's the car now, Miss Cassidy?
It's in my possession.
Did you give her the car back?
Well, she still uses it on occasion, but the story of what happened isn't exactly as...
I don't necessarily buy everything that he says.
Right.
You know what makes me doubt what he said? The fact that when he came back, and because she was sleeping, he gave the cocaine away.
Yeah.
I tried to wake her up.
That's not what I'm talking about. That he gave it away because he didn't want to use it himself, you know, even though then he was using cocaine occasionally, he didn't want to use it. So he just gave it to a friend.
Right. That's very kind.
Do you understand? Isn't
Yeah.
that kind?
Yeah.
Kind. So I'm sure somewhere in the middle of what your daughter told you and what Mr. Future of America told me lies the truth.
Yes.
It really is irrelevant. She was irresponsible.
Yes, she was.
She drove a car and she got drunk. He acknowledges that she was drunk, so that he should not have taken her car, because if she was drunk, she was in no position to give advised consent to him taking the car.
That's right.
And therefore, he should not have taken it, whether he was doing errand for her or not, or doing errand for somebody else, or just being a jerk. He should not have taken the car because she was drunk. And I don't think you have to suffer for that. I just wanted to make sure that you knew that your daughter did the wrong thing by taking your car and putting herself in a position
Right.
where
I
she wasn't totally
agree.
together.
And
Okay?
she agrees. She
Good.
understands.
Absolutely fine. In any event, Mr. Graves was driving the car. Unfortunately for him, he was blinded by whatever light it was. Maybe it was a shooting star. He owes you $25.34. That's $2,534. Judgment for the plaintiff, Thank you very much. Goodbye, and I wish us all luck.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
I did not ask for drugs that night, and I did not tell him to go take my car to do drugs. In fact, he was the one that did the drugs, so.
She was coherent at the time when I asked her for her keys.
I was never asked. That's not the truth.
And Alicia was inside the room with me when I got the keys from her.
So that was the first lie.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Pike versus Pedersen, step forward, please.
Landscaper Richard Pike is suing ex-girlfriend, loan consultant Tanya Pedersen, for breaking a lease when he suddenly moved out. Tanya says Richard told her he wanted to be single again.
Mr. Pike, the defendant was your girlfriend. According to your complaint, you lived together someplace else, and you've been together for a while, and you came down to
San Diego,
and took an apartment together, along with a third roommate. Is this the third roommate?
Yes, Your Honor, it is.
Good. You signed a lease, all three of you, and you moved in February of this year. And according to you, a month later, the defendant moved out.
Yes.
And you want her to be responsible for her third share of the remainder of the lease, right?
That's correct.
Plus, you want her to pay for half the amount that you believe she owes on a credit card that's in your name because you used it to pay joint bills.
Correct, Your Honor.
Ms. Peterson says that you made it unsafe for her to live there and that she doesn't owe you anything on the credit card. She paid as she went. And she says, how dare you sue her for any money when you used her car and her gas and her insurance on the car for almost a year without giving her any money.
That's correct.
The lease was signed January 1st or starting February 1st?
February 5th, I believe it was.
How many bedrooms are in the apartment?
2 bedrooms.
You were sharing one with Miss Peterson.
Correct.
And
Joseph.
Joseph had his own bedroom. So how much rent was Joseph paying?
$650 a month, I believe it was, and we were paying $670.
Are you all still living there, is that right?
Joseph and I are, yes.
You're going to continue to stay there?
Yes, Your Honor.
You don't want anybody else sharing your room with you, do you?
Not at this particular moment, no.
Then why are you bothering her about the rent?
Because we moved in with an agreement that we had planned all this, and if she had, not wanted to live there, then she shouldn't have moved in the first place. And
well, let's go back a second. She moved out on what date?
Approximately March 8th.
March 5th, Your Honor.
And did you pay March's rent?
Yes, I did.
What about April? Did you give money in April?
No, I did not.
That's incorrect, Your Honor. She paid me for April rent.
Okay.
You paid for April rent. See that? How did she give you April's rent?
Reluctantly.
No, how did she give it to you?
In a check, form of a cashier's check made out to the landlord.
Now, Miss Peterson, you want to tell me why you moved out?
Yes. On the morning of March 5th, on the way to work, we had been sharing my car, and he was driving me to work. He was venting to me about wanting to be single, about feeling like
No, I want you to tell me what he said.
Okay, he basically said he wanted to be single.
And you said why?
He said that I was inadequate, pretty much.
And Mr. Pike, you remember that conversation?
But I didn't tell her she was inadequate.
What did you tell her?
I told her that, I was frustrated with the way things were going as far as, like, me doing all the cleaning and upkeep on all the things and the bills and worrying about the bills. And wasn't being, I was just being figurative when I said that. I wasn't being literal. Just something I said off the top of my head.
That'll teach you. So you told...
So on the way, he dropped me off. I let it go. He picked me up from work, and I said, well, I want to finish this conversation. I agree with you. I'm not happy. You're not happy. Let's call this quits. And he said, well, why aren't you happy? I said, there's lots of reasons. And he then crossed the double yellow line in my car and started driving towards oncoming traffic full force.
That's incorrect, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
We're coming towards oncoming traffic, and he peels into a parking lot, slams on the brakes, yelling profanities at me, jumps out of the car, slams the door, walks away. I was standing there shaking, about 5 minutes.
So you had a big fight?
Yes, and I left, drove away, got my stuff, and
left.
And left.
Okay. Does the fight sound familiar to you? That
half of it does. I was stranded out where I was left, and then my roommate came to pick me up.
So you remember having this big fight?
Right.
Mr. Pike, if I find that it's not a good idea for the two of you to live together, which I do, you're not happy with her, she's not happy with you, you're certainly not going to share a room together for the next 10 months. You have to do, or she has to do, what we call mitigating the damages, which means reducing any damages that there might be. So you can do either one of 3 things, Mr. Pike. You can either pay it yourself with Joseph, and the two of you live there together. That's one choice. You can, at this date, find a new roommate to share your room with you, your bigger room. That's your second choice. The third choice is to have Miss Peterson find you a roommate. She might be able to do that. You might not like it. But that would also mitigate your damages. So you want to tell me what's your pleasure?
According to the choices, let's see.
One from column A, one from B, or is it door C?
But there's no room for someone to move in there. When am I have another guy move in there like we're in college, you know? I mean, I'm 30 years old. And she signed a lease. Why did she sign a lease if she didn't want to live there?
Because, Mr. Pike, when she signed the lease, it was anticipated by both of you that you would be able to share a room together and live as a couple.
We did for a year and a half before that in Seattle.
Pay careful attention to me, sir. That didn't work out. And based upon what I heard, it didn't work out by mutual agreement. You weren't happy, and you let her know that. She wasn't happy. Then there was a flare-up, and I find that it is not in the best interest of the community for the two of you to be forced to live together. Therefore, in contract law, you have to do what's necessary to mitigate your damages. She's not moving in with Joseph because he's your friend. You want to stay there with him alone, pay your rent. You want her to find you a roommate? I'll order that she put ads in the newspaper, select somebody. You never can tell, you may get a roommate that looks like her. Go ahead.
I'll take choice A on that one.
That you and Joseph will stay together. I
Right.
sort of thought that you would. Now, you want to go into this credit card with me, sir?
She couldn't get a credit card because of her current credit status, so I filed for a credit card, got one, and we used it just for groceries, living expenses. It was always agreed upon. You know, she'd always promised to pay half of it.
Now I'll hear your end of it.
Yes. The whole time that we were together, I used my debit card for food purchases, gas purchases, car purchases, insurance. He was using my car for a year. The total amount of expenses that were incurred for both of us over the last 12 months is over $10,000.
Show me.
Then, Your Honor, that's incorrect because I sold my truck August of 2002 for us to have money to move down here. And so I only used her car in Seattle for like 2 months.
I'm looking at her debits. I want to see her debits since while you were living together.
And you can note on there. Oh.
Shh. And I want to see the final bill as of March 5th. Well, it seems she had a bank balance and she had money that she was taking out pretty regularly.
I
Larger
used my
items.
debit card as well as the credit card, too. I mean, I had
me.
a debit card as well.
Show me.
I didn't bring. I only brought the credit card statements with me.
Well, did you work?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did she work?
Yes. When we moved down here, neither one of us were working. We were using the credit card to live on.
That's inaccurate?
Well, she's got some items here where she went grocery shopping and used her debit card, sir. If she went shopping for food and she spent $42 for food, and then you went the next time and used your credit card, do you expect any judge to sit there and figure out the difference in who owes who what? That's what happens when you live together. We do not have a court system in place for people who almost have a commitment to each other. It just doesn't work that way, Mr. Pike. Get over it. Hope you and Joseph are very happy. Is this your husband?
Yes, ma'am.
Miss Panuti is the girlfriend of your husband's younger brother, and it is your claim that Miss Panuti assaulted you.
Yes, ma'am.
Miss Panuti said quite the contrary. It was you who assaulted her, and she is counterclaiming.
Yes, ma'am.
For the same thing. So I'd like you to tell me when this happened, where it happened, and eventually I'm going to try to figure out why this happened. So I know who most of the players are. Husband of plaintiff, boyfriend of defendant, and who are you?
I'm the mother of Christy, Your Honor.
You're her
Christy's
mother?
Yes.
Okay, good. Go.
Okay, Your Honor. My husband and I have been together for 16 years, and that would have made John 3 years old when I met my husband. We've had a long history with John. He used to come spend the night.
That's John.
John, yes. Him and his other older brother used to come spend the night at our house all the time. He's a high school dropout. During the time that he knew Christy, he was in alternative school. He dropped out. He doesn't have a steady job. He has stole money from his parents to have a supposed abortion for Christy.
I don't want to go into that history. Do you understand?
That's what brings it all to this point today.
All right, well, just let's get there.
Okay. The last of March, 1st of April, my father-in-law kicked John out of the house due to the fact that him and Christy got in a big fight, a brawl in their house, ripped phone cords out of the wall, knocked holes in the wall, and turned furniture over. We also found...
Just a second.
We also found...
Shh, I'm speaking. You have to stop when I'm speaking. Did you have some sort of an argument with your boyfriend?
No,
It's
sir.
very
No,
easy to
ma'am.
find out. All I have to do is pick up the phone.
No, ma'am.
Really?
That day,
Any day?
Yes, we've had arguments, Your Honor.
Within a week's period of time, was there a fight?
An argument, yes, ma'am.
Ah, okay. Go ahead.
There was holes knocked in the wall.
Did you see that?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Your Honor, she was not there that day.
What day?
The day that me and my boyfriend got in an argument.
I thought you said there wasn't that kind of a fight, that we just got into an argument.
We did just get into an argument. She was not there. There was no holes in the wall.
She didn't say she was there that day, Miss Panuti.
Okay.
I said, did she see the holes in the wall?
Okay.
You could see that later.
Yes, ma'am.
So don't speak until I speak to you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So they had a big argument, and what happened as a result of the argument, Miss Langley?
My husband had to go over there and repair the walls because John or Christy would not.
Is that right, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
During that time, my husband called over to his parents' house looking for his brother. Can I let him speak
Sure.
as far as that
Step
goes?
up. Around that time, sir, the end of March, the beginning of April.
I called over to the house.
Which house?
My parents' house.
Is that where John was living?
In and out. I mean, my father's been trying to kick him out for almost a year now, but he won't leave. I mean, I was extremely mad. I heard her in the background. Then I blew up. I thought he better get her out of the house before I get there.
What did you hear her say?
I didn't know who I was messing with, that she was going to kick my
Your Honor, that's
her.
a lie.
Did you understand what I said to you before?
Yes, ma'am.
What did I say to you before?
Don't speak unless spoken to.
Didn't your mother teach you that?
Yes, ma'am.
Evidently you didn't learn it too well. Go ahead.
So anyway, she was, I didn't know who I was messing with. She was going to, beat everybody up. And I hung the phone up, got in my truck, and I went to my parents' house. They both left because he knew I meant business when I was coming over there. They were both.
They left.
Yeah, they left.
Okay. What happened next?
At that time, John left, and he did stay gone for probably 3 weeks. Okay, when he came back on April 17th, him and his father got in an argument again. The police were called. He was told to leave. The father didn't want him there. His mother got upset, didn't want him to leave in that manner.
So the father said, get out, and your mother said you could stay?
Well, actually, my mom told my father to leave because he came home about 11:30 that night drunk. And we sat down.
I'm talking about you, not your father.
My dad wanted me to leave, but my mom wanted me to stay.
That's what I just said.
Yes, ma'am.
Stand up. So if your father wanted you to leave, why didn't you leave?
Because my mom wanted me to stay. I had come home about 9:30 that night. My mom was in bed, and I just went in my room, laid down. My dad came home around 11:30.
Just a minute. What were you doing home? You left, and then you just showed up again?
Well, my mom had left out of town on a cruise, and me and my dad, we've never really gotten along.
Well, evidently they didn't want you in the house, and they didn't want your girlfriend in the house. Your brother says you didn't help patch up the holes in the walls that you put in the walls along with your girlfriend. Why didn't you help patch up the holes in the walls?
Well, the holes that he's talking about, there's one in the hallway across.
I don't care where they are. Why?
There's
Didn't
really-
you fix up the mess? There's no reason.
Yes, ma'am.
You could say there's no reason. If there's no reason, then your father has good reason to say to you, I don't want you in the house. You or your girlfriend. Go find a job.
I have a steady job. I've had a steady job for 8-9 months now.
Wonderful. If you have a steady job, then go find a place to live so that you're not causing friction between your mother and your father. If you're working, get out. Parents raised you, they supported you, they took care of you. Now it's time to get out and fly on your own. They don't have to be there involved in domestic violence between you and Miss Big Mouth over here. All right. So they came back on April 17th. Father-in-law said, I want him out. Mother said, let him stay, he's my baby. Somehow you got involved with this. You want to tell me how that happened?
Yes, ma'am. My father-in-law, after he wanted my husband to come over that night to help get John to leave, I guess, between him and his wife, they decided we're not going to deal with it tonight. He said, y'all wait and come by in the morning. I have a statement. He has health issues.
I believe that he called you and said, two of you come over and see if you can talk to him.
In fact, I love John.
Okay, so you went over there the next day without your husband. Don't get upset now. You're holding it together really well. Take a deep breath. Good girl.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
Just because you can look like that to your mother, I want to tell you something. It doesn't cut anything with me. Your mother thinks of you as her baby. I do not.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Luann Langley says her brother-in-law's fiancée, Christy Panuti, fractured her nose during a fight. Christy says Luann punched her first.
So you went over there?
On my way to work. He had left the back door open for us. My father-in-law had.
That's a lie. That is a lie. Because before I left, my mom, may I speak? I'm sorry. Before I had left, I'm used to them coming up. I've gotten out of the shower in the morning, she's sitting on the couch watching TV, eating her lunch.
There is no question in my mind that your father asked them to come over to talk to you about getting out. And if I called him and asked him, he would tell me that he did. Do we understand each other?
Yes, ma'am.
I went in the back door. I went to his bedroom. I banged on the door and told him to get up and come out and talk to me. He started cussing the moment from his bedroom, coming out and started shoving me back down the hallway, telling me that I better get out of there, that I wasn't supposed to be there, and he was going to call the police. He went to the kitchen and picked up the phone and dialed the 911.
All right, you got angry and you pulled out the phone. I
Correct.
got it.
Okay. During all this, after he had gone back to his parents' bedroom, the same thing happened back there. He ran outside. I went and stood by the garage door and was watching him. At that time, I had no idea that Christy was there because to my idea, she had been told repeatedly she was not welcome there. John sneaks her into his bedroom at night after his parents had gone to sleep.
Sounds right.
Through his front window. They sleep all day while his parents are gone to work, having to work to pay his tickets, his lawyer fees. I have both of their criminal records here.
So you had no idea she was there?
I had no idea she was there. At that moment, she came out of his bedroom cussing and yelling at me that I better get the out of there, that she was going to kick my fat white. I started walking towards her and told her, no, you're the one that needs to get out of here. You've been told by the police and by my in-laws that you're not supposed to be here. That's when she sucker punched me on the left side of my face and fractured my nose and caused me to have to go have a surgical procedure done to straighten my nose.
Good. Stop. Now, you had come home after being gone for 3 weeks, according to your sister-in-law. You weren't with Christy, were you, when you were away?
I went and got her the next morning.
Oh, okay.
On the way to work. I went and got her because she was staying at a friend's house up the road. I brought her back.
I don't believe you! Do you understand me? You may get your mother to believe you. I don't believe you. I don't believe that bright and early in the morning you had already gotten out of bed to go and get her at a friend's house. I believe that she slept there all night.
Your Honor, he came and got me at 7:30 in the morning because my car was broken down and I needed a ride to work.
Then what were you doing in his bedroom?
I was getting ready for work, Your
You
Honor.
just told me your car broke down. You needed a ride to work.
My car was already in. My car was in the shop, Your Honor, and that's why he came to pick me up from a friend's house because I needed a ride to work, Your Honor.
I still don't understand why you're in his bedroom.
Because
you
I
get
was
ready
getting
to go to
ready.
work. You say, "Come and pick me up to go to work." He takes you to work. What are you doing in the bedroom?
He asked me to go back to his house so he could finish getting ready for work.
You're a liar. You're a liar. Make sure that you understand that what you say to me makes sense. You see, if it doesn't make sense, it's not true. Do you understand that, John?
Yes, ma'am.
Just because you can look like that to your mother, I want to tell you something. It doesn't cut anything with me. Your mother thinks of you as her baby. I do not. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. So your sister-in-law came and she banged on the door.
She gained entry through the garage for one.
I don't care how she get. You don't belong there. Your father, who pays the bills, told you to leave.
Who also came home drunk the night before. and got
That's
into an
not your
argument with my
business.
mother.
That's not your business. Your
Anyways.
business is to be out living on your own. Your business is not to be in the house creating problems between your parents. I believe that she got in as an invited guest of the owner of the house. That ain't you. So now she's in, banging at the door. I'm telling you to get out of bed and open the door.
Well, actually, she banged on the door, and I opened the door, and she grabbed me by my shirt here, pulled me out into the hall, started yelling at me, "You need to get the F out, blah, 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 blah." And I was like, took her hand off me. I was like, "I'm calling the police." I went to the kitchen, picked up the phone, dialed 911. She pulled the phone out of the wall. I went to the computer line in our den, picked it up, dialed 911. She grabbed it and ripped it completely out of the wall. So I run back to my mom's room, pick up the phone, do the same thing, 911. She was back there right behind me on my heels, pulls it out the wall. We go back out into the living room. We're having a verbal confrontation. That's when Christy steps out of the room. She's like, "Luann, you need to please leave." Luann
Just a
runs past
minute.
me.
Are you telling me that Miss Potty Mouth over here says you have to please leave? Is that what you're telling me? Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, ma'am. Because we're sitting here fighting in the room.
Okay, so Chrissy came out and said, "Luann, you have to please leave." Just a minute. Please continue.
Okay,
Please
she was like,
continue.
"You need to please leave." Luann ran past me back down the hall where Christy was standing and knocked her on the ground.
And I told her I was pregnant, Your Honor, before she assaulted me and knocked me
But she
down on
can-
my stomach when I'm
She
pregnant.
continued
I'm
lying.
5
She's not
months
lying.
pregnant.
We have proof of pregnancy right here.
I told her
Proof
that
of
I was
pregnancy,
pregnant,
that she
Your
was
Honor,
pregnant
and
at the time.
she pulled me down and started hitting me in my head, Your Honor, and pulling my hair, and I tried to get her off of me, Your Honor. She got off of me, and I went to the kitchen, and she knocked me into the karaoke cabinet, broke all of John's mom's things, and bit me. I have proof of pictures right here that she bit me and assaulted me, Your Honor.
Please continue.
She's been harassing me.
They've been harassing us for over a year.
She took this
He came
picture.
to take me to probation one morning, took this off our
He
kitchen
didn't take you
counter.
where?
To probation. I was on 6 months probation.
For what?
It was
Drugs, Your Honor.
possession of a dangerous
I
drug,
have
but
their
I've passed
criminal
every
record.
UA and I've done everything that I've
Just answer my questions.
I'm sorry. Possession of dangerous drugs.
What kind of drugs?
It was
Cocaine.
No, it was
and,
not cocaine.
Dangerous drugs.
I didn't speak to you.
What happened was back in I believe
What kind of drugs?
It was something for seizures that some friend had given me 4 months prior, and I had it in my wallet. But I do not do that. I've never done that.
Well, maybe.
Well, you see, Your Honor, they've taken the doorknob off my bedroom door so I can't lock my door. They're in my room, taking my possessions, like they took this picture
And wrote on
scribbled
the
her
back.
face out,
And put it
wrote
in
a
my
threatening
mailbox,
note,
Your
and put it in
Honor.
her mailbox.
Are you still pregnant, by the way?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh,
She's 5 months
how
pregnant.
wonderful. How wonderful. I'm sure your mother is absolutely delighted. Isn't that right?
Actually, Your Honor, I am. I'm very proud of her. She's done very well.
She has, really?
Yes, she
Can I
has
see
done
her
very
arrest
well.
record?
Yes, ma'am.
Can I see it, please?
She's been charged with.
Shh, I didn't speak.
Excuse me, you
I
tried
didn't
to bomb
speak.
my building at work, lady?
These are the
her
days.
Ma'am, she was
I just
arrested
need her
that day
arrest
for
record.
disrupting a 911 call.
No, ma'am, I was
didn't
not
speak
arrested.
to you. I didn't speak to anybody. I said I want to see her arrest record. Do you have it or not?
Yes, ma'am. Here's the arrest record right here.
Thank you.
Thank you. That's it. I just want to see what Mom's proud of.
I'm proud of her that she's a changed person, Your Honor. She's done things wrong. She was young and stupid, and she knows that.
You mean
But at
getting-
least she's
you
not
mean-
42
You
and
mean,
still stupid.
you mean getting pregnant without being married and having no future and not
engaged,
having
Your
a
Honor.
job? Engaged is not married.
No, ma'am, I'm not proud of that.
Okay.
I do
Well, I
believe
just
in
asked
marriage.
you. Well, we have one prior assault. She pled guilty to a misdemeanor.
And she's been arrested for assault too, Your Honor.
No, ma'am, I have not.
I didn't ask you anything. You see, when you speak out like this, the statement that old John here makes, that you came out into the living room and said, Luann, you better get out of here and stop that. You see why that is really hard for me to come to terms with? Who's Candace?
A young lady that me and a couple other girls got into a confrontation with, Your Honor. But what does that have to do with this case, Your Honor?
No, it has nothing to do with the case until your mother brought up the fact that she's real proud of you. I want to see what you've done to make her so proud. Then you had delivery of a controlled substance. What's that?
That's dismissed, Your Honor.
That was cocaine. Then we have January of 2003. You pled guilty to something, and your probation was revoked, and you were put in jail for 30 days.
No, ma'am, I was not. I had to do work release for 15 days.
What were you found guilty of?
Because I didn't complete my community service.
And that was for possession of marijuana?
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, may I speak?
Were you there?
The day of incident?
Yes.
No, but I can tell you what she's done prior to.
And there's a picture.
And even since when
she's
she's
harassed me, Your Honor.
But
See, if
you
she doesn't,
put on a
if she doesn't-
certified
if
letter.
she's not quiet, then we have to put her out.
I heard you.
Good.
Your Honor, may I say something?
No.
But they've been harassing us, too. We have proof they've been harassing us. She wrote you on the count.
Listen to me.
On the certified
Listen to
letter
me.
we sent to file the counterclaim.
Listen to me.
This is bull. It is.
John, get a life of your own.
I wish
like
they
get
would.
along.
They take my doorknob off my door. They go through my personal possessions. What right do they have?
Not his door.
Just a second. What?
It's my parents' door. It's not his door.
Just a second.
But what
He
right do you have to
doesn't-
take
he
my
doesn't-
doorknob to your house and Mom has to go get it 2 months later? What right do you have, Joseph?
John, if you live on your own and take care of yourself, then you have rights. Do you want to know what I would tell my children if they lived in my house? I own the air you breathe. You have no rights in my house. You don't have the right even to be here if you're over 18. You live here and you stay here at my will. You work, you're a big enough man to have made a baby, then be a big enough man to live on your own, to take care of your responsibilities, to support your responsibilities, and not to be a drain on your family.
I'm not a drain. I buy
You
my
are
own food. I buy my own food at my parents' house. I don't eat their food, I swear. All I do is stay there.
Stand up, sir. I understand that you have a problem. If he's still staying at your parents' house, you probably still have a problem. Mother probably feels a little guilty. Father says, I can't take him anymore. I can't look at him. I can't take him. I could understand that. Because he thinks because he buys his own food, then he's supporting himself. He's not
No, I
supporting
don't
him. I'm
think
speaking. He's not supporting himself because when you support yourself, you pay rent, you pay gas, electric, cable. You buy your own food, you have your own health insurance, you don't make a baby until you can afford it. You certainly don't make a baby while you're living in your parents' house. But I'm going to suggest to you that your peace depends upon you staying out of it. Your parents are not old and senile. They're probably young-ish.
I'm 60.
That's young, sweetheart. That's young. They can take care of themselves, but out. If they get fed up enough, they're going to put them both out. And it's not up to you anymore. plaintiff is suing for $1,500 for her injury and for pain and suffering. She's entitled to that judgment. For the plaintiff, your counterclaim's dismissed. That's all.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Pleasure excused. You may step out.
Trying to stick him with someone else's debt.
All rise. That's case number 255 on the calendar in the matter of Connolly versus White. Parties have been sworn in. You may be seated.
Mr. Thaddeus, is that right?
Yes.
How old are you, Thaddeus?
I'm 26.
So you were 25 when you rented this hotel room and vandalized it, is that right?
That is correct.
What kind of work do you do, Thaddeus?
I'm a cook.
How long have you been a cook at the place where you're currently employed?
I'm not employed at this moment, actually.
So you do nothing?
No. I'm a little injured right now. I can't work.
What's the nature of your injury?
Oh, because I work with my hands. I got a dislocated finger. I can't.
How long
do
have you had a
anything with stuff.
dislocated finger?
About a week and a half, 2 weeks.
And prior to that, where were you working, Thaddeus?
I was working at Sylvester's in Los Osos, California.
Could you stand still?
Oh, yeah.
According to Ms. Connolly's complaint, this is what this case is about. Bert, I want you to pay careful attention. I'm going to try to make this as simple as possible so Thaddeus can understand what the case is about, okay?
Okey doke.
Thaddeus, another woman, and Miss Connolly were in a hotel room. Mr. White, that's Thaddeus over here, he had rented the hotel room. They all got splash drunk and wrecked the hotel room. Now, Miss Connolly was 17 years old at the time, but Mr. Thaddeus White and the other young lady were over the age of 18. They were, in fact, arrested.
Yes, that's correct.
Mr. White.
Oop. Sorry.
Mr. White asked Miss Connolly if she could help out because the hotel was prepared to drop the charges if the people who done vandalized the property paid for it.
Oh.
Got it?
Sounds good.
Mr. White, despite the fact that he had more years, less brains, but more years than the other two, he said to Miss Connolly, I will give you back the money, half of it. And the other lady, what was her name?
Her name is Vanessa.
Vanessa is going to give you back the other half. So Miss Connolly said, well, I was there too, and I wasn't arrested because I was only 17. They let me off the hook. Miss Connolly said, I'm going to cash in all the money I have in the world, a CD, so that I can give you the money so we can pay off the hotel, and then it'll all be neat. So far, is that correct?
Yes, it is.
Mr. White paid back
I
how
gave
much?
her $400.
Leaving how much on the debt to Miss Connolly?
$1,200.
Is that right, Miss Connolly?
Yes, at the time it was correct.
But then Vanessa, the elusive Vanessa, left the jurisdiction. So Miss Connolly said to Thaddeus, well, she left the jurisdiction, you got to pay her half too, right?
That is true.
Mr. White said, well, if that's what you have to say, I'm not paying anything. I'm not paying the $1,200 that I owe you, or I'm not paying her money either. Isn't that what you said?
Pretty much.
Just a couple of background questions so that I understand the nature of your stupidity.
Okay.
You rented this room when?
Around June 2nd.
What did you rent it for, Thaddeus?
To stay in a couple days. I was in between moving.
So you needed a place to stay?
Yeah.
And was this a hotel or a motel?
Yeah.
It's a hotel.
Hotel.
Only your finger was injured, is that right?
As far as I know. Did have a terrible skateboarding accident, kind of hit my face. I could have done some damage.
Okay. So you rented the hotel, motel to stay in. You stayed there for a couple of days. When did you invite Miss Connolly and Vanessa to join you?
Actually, she came with one of my co-workers that I worked with at Pizza Port.
Who provided the alcohol?
I provided my own alcohol. She came with alcohol herself.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
Shh. Anyway, everybody got drunk.
Mm-hmm.
And you vandalized the hotel?
Yes, we did.
Any particular reason for that?
Drunken stupidity, I guess.
Well, that's honest. Where do you live now?
I live in Morro Bay, California.
With whom?
My parents.
How long have you lived with your parents?
I just moved back to Morro Bay in April.
You must be thrilled.
Oh, they love me. What can I say?
When did you make your first payment, Thaddeus?
I think it was on the first paycheck I got from my work.
Why did you stop making payments, Thaddeus?
I never knew how to get a hold of her.
I came into your work like every single day.
Look, don't talk to him, talk to me.
Well, I went into his work
Every
because
time I
my
had the money,
boyfriend
she was
at the
never
time-
around.
You didn't have
Don't talk
any.
to him.
Thad didn't have any identification, so he couldn't even go to the bank and cash his checks. So he had to go to the bank with his boss, and it was a big deal. Half the time the bank wouldn't cash it. It's not my responsibility that he has no identification and he can't go about getting money. So every time I went in, he's like, "Oh, hold
He's
on."
25?
Yes.
And he doesn't have any money?
Oh no, I lost my wallet. I didn't have ID to cash my checks with.
What ID did you have in your wallet?
My California identification card?
How long were you without it?
I don't know. Close to 6 months?
Do you have a driver's license?
Not at the moment.
Why not?
A little trouble.
What kind of trouble?
I got a DUI a while ago.
When?
I'm not really sure. It was a long time ago.
That's why they took away your driver's license, Thaddeus? Because you had one DUI?
Yep, that's right.
No, Thaddeus, that's not right. I think you forgot something. You left out a couple of pieces to the puzzle.
No.
Did you go for classes?
Oh yeah, I did most of the classes. Then I moved.
Well, that's
and
the problem. You did most of the classes.
I didn't.
You have
That's
to
why I
do-
can't get my license back
You
right
have
now.
to do all the classes, Thaddeus.
Yeah, I know.
Your parents must be thrilled having you home.
Judge Judy continues in a moment. And later today,
What happened to the car, Jennifer?
Andrew had been talking to his father, and his father decided that he shouldn't be driving. There was some snow on the road. It was pretty much dry.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Darlene Connolly says former friend Thad White owes for trashing a hotel room during a night of partying.
Miss Connolly, he doesn't know you from Vanessa. You have to go find Vanessa. You have to go find Vanessa because I'm not making it easy for you, madam, because you were just as stupid as he was.
Yes.
So you go find Vanessa. But he owes you $1,200. He acknowledges he owes you $1,200. He doesn't owe you Vanessa's share. Go find her. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $1,200. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Thad started out by throwing his shoes against the wall.
Cut back on the 151 or something, probably.
Then a very large and expensive wooden chair off the third floor balcony.
Pay attention more often when I'm like drinking or whatever.
And then pretty much everything else in the hotel room off the balcony.
But it doesn't really matter. Everything's fine with me.
I was young, stupid, whatever.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Johnson versus Oleksiak Galgan. Step forward, please.
Real estate agent Jeff Johnson is suing 18-year-old Andrew Oleksiak and his girlfriend, 19-year-old nanny Jennifer Galgan, for damage to his vehicle. Jeff says while test driving his car, the couple had a wreck.
Mr. Johnson, son?
Yes, son Gregory.
Oh, you weren't there the day that your son Gregory gave them the car to test drive, or were you?
I was.
You were?
Yes.
Oh, then that makes it all the better. You want them to pay you, these two people, $5,000 because she had an accident with a car that you and or your son was selling. They came over to take a test drive. He got in the car, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
You gave him permission to test drive the car, correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
He got around the corner. He gave her permission to get behind the wheel. She had an accident and wrecked the car. Is that what this case is about?
Yes, Your Honor.
That's relatively easy. Give me the date.
February 18th,
What time of the day?
8:30 in the evening.
How did they get to your car? Was there a sign on the car, or did they know your son?
It was advertised for sale.
And they came over. So you didn't know them prior to this date, is that right?
I personally did not. My son did.
Oh, step up. First name?
Gregory.
Yours?
Andrew, Your Honor.
How old are you?
17.
And you?
18, Your Honor.
How old were you in February?
17, Your Honor.
First name?
Jennifer,
How old are you, Jennifer?
19.
Were you 18 or 19 in February?
I was 19.
Now, how did you know Andrew?
He had came to see the car prior to the day that that they crashed the car. He had came over to look at the car before that day.
So you didn't know him from school. It was just a business.
No, ma'am.
Did you ask him how old he was?
No.
Did you?
I did not.
That was a big mistake. Because at 17, he's not responsible. You have no case against him. You understand that? Well, if you don't, I'm telling you, he's a minor. And he is shielded by a law that says minors are not responsible for what they do. You know that?
Yes, I do.
And if you know that, why did you sue him?
I think there was a fraud that was created when he allowed Jennifer to drive the vehicle. He had driven the vehicle once prior and had proven that he was capable of driving the vehicle. And then he somehow, in a period of 9 residential households, decided he shouldn't be driving a car without a driver's license and turned the keys over to his girlfriend.
Let me tell you this. If He was 17, 16, 15 years old and came to your house to buy the car, and you gave him permission to drive the car, which you had done before because he test drove the car before. And if he was in an accident in that car and got seriously injured, his mother would sue you. You would be liable. Do you understand that? A minor cannot be held liable for acts such as breach of contract, negligence. He wasn't even negligent. He did something that a kid would do. He said, Jennifer, you can drive the car. Is this your girlfriend?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mm-hmm. But Jennifer's responsible. What happened to the car, Jennifer?
We traded places, and I started
Why
driving.
did you trade places after he let Andrew drive the car?
Because Andrew had been talking to his father, and his father decided that he shouldn't be driving. Andy thought about that, and then there was some snow on the road. It was pretty much dry.
Andy was talking to his father in the car after Mr. Johnson gave him the keys?
No, after the first time that Andy had driven the car, he was talking to his dad.
Just a second. Jennifer, I just want to get it all clear. Andrew took a test drive on the car and then said to you at some point on the 18th of February, I would like to go back and test drive the car again to see if I want to buy it. Would that be a fair statement?
Yes.
And you said, fine, let's go. You get to the Johnson house, and Mr. Johnson is there. Andy says, take the keys, I want to take the car around. I'd like my girlfriend to ride with me. Is that,
Yes, Your
in
Honor.
sum and substance, that's what happened?
Yes.
Now, what I want to know, Jennifer, is when did this epiphany strike Andrew about the conversation that he had had with his father?
Oh, he was thinking about it the whole time. He was worried, but...
Well, just a minute. Was he
wasn't
worried
really-
as you... Just a second, Jennifer. Was he worried as you pulled up to Mr. Johnson's house, do you think? Just a second. You think he was worried when he pulled up to Mr. Johnson's house?
I guess.
And was he worried when he took the keys from Mr. Johnson and Mr. Johnson put the keys in his hand and Andy got in the car? Was he worried then?
I guess.
And was he worried when he took the keys and put the keys in the ignition and turned the ignition on and put his foot on the gas?
Yes, but then...
And was he worried when he pulled out of the driveway or away from Mr. Johnson's car and pulled around the block? He was worried.
Yes.
Okay, so this epiphany came to him that he could no longer drive this car as he turned the corner. Is that what happened?
Yes,
The
Your Honor.
epiphany came to you.
Yes.
You know what an epiphany is?
Not quite, Your Honor.
Stay in school. Okay, so after Andrew had the epiphany, I assume you know what an epiphany is. We give a test later. Andrew said what to you?
He just asked me to drive it. He said he...
What did he say? No, I want to know what he said. He didn't say. He said, hon, will you drive the car? Or, listen, I'm going to get out of the car now, or I just had my epiphany.
He just said, you know what, there's a little bit of snow on the road. I really don't think I should be driving. Would you please take over for me?
Why did you get in the car with him in the first place knowing he didn't have a license?
I wasn't really thinking about that.
You hadn't had your epiphany yet. So what happened?
I started driving. It was pretty dark. For the most part, the roads were clear, and then all of a sudden the road was covered in snow. This car started fishtailing, and it hit a tree.
And was it destroyed?
The front end was pretty bad.
What kind of car is this, Mr. Johnson?
This is a Mazda MX-6, 1993.
You have a blue book on the car with the mileage that you had on your car?
I don't have a blue book value, but I have an estimate of the damages.
The car's 10 years old. How many miles did the car have on it?
Car had
75,000.
What were you selling it for?
3,800, I believe.
How much was
We had
car
agreed.
listed?
We had agreed to $3,800, Your Honor.
Why are you suing for $5,000?
the damage repair was in excess to $5,000. So if they didn't want to finish the transaction, we would have had to repair the car in order to make it saleable again. In its current condition, it's certainly not saleable.
But you agreed to sell it to him for $3,800, so the value of the car to you was $3,800.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Where's the car now?
The car is parked behind a friend's shop
Mm-hmm.
and not drivable.
Well, it's not drivable. Maybe Jennifer can drive it. She just bought it for $3,800. Right, Jennifer? It's your fault. You shouldn't have gotten behind the wheel of the car. You shouldn't have been driving with him. He had no license. Now, Mr. Johnson was probably wrong. He should have said to Andrew, Andrew, let me see your driver's license because I want to make sure you have a valid driver's license and that you're over the age of 18. Should have done that. What?
Your Honor, state of Michigan is a no-fault state. I'm not sure if you're aware of no fault, but in this particular case, Mr. Johnson's car was not insured. It did not have collision or comprehensive insurance. It had what they call personal liability and property damage.
Yes.
And in Michigan, we have the mini tort liability law, which enables somebody to sue for up to only $500, only to cover a deductible in which insurance would pay for. So Mr. Johnson should only be able to get $0 because he was uninsured, Your Honor.
Let me ask you this question, Andrew. Let's talk about common sense. The law is supposed to have a certain common sense to it. Is that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
And if the law does not have a common sense to it, then it's wrong. Is that right?
No, Your Honor.
Yes. Certain laws were enacted at the time of horse and buggies. That's no longer applicable. When was the last time you saw a horse and buggy on the 10 freeway? At the end of a trial, what's supposed to happen is the just and fair thing. You and your girlfriend deprived Mr. Johnson of the ability to sell his car for $3,800 because you were not honest with Mr. Johnson about the fact that you did not have a driver's license. Now, when you went back, according to your girlfriend, you felt a little guilty because you had conned him, because according to your girlfriend, you knew you shouldn't be driving. You knew you didn't have a license, which is the reason why you asked her to drive the car. She also did the wrong thing because you're right around the corner. All you had to do was pull the car over, park it, go back and say, the roads look bad, I don't have a license, I left the car there, I'm sorry. You chose not to do that. You chose to let Jennifer drive the car.
Jeffrey Johnson chose to threaten my entire family to kill us if we didn't pay.
I want you to practice these words when you're in bed at night, when you have a quiet moment. I want you to try practicing these words because I don't think that you've said them often enough in your life at the appropriate time. I'm sorry I did the wrong thing. 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 It was my fault. I'll take responsibility. I want you to practice that. You'll be a much happier adult when you do. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $3,800 against you, Jennifer. That's all.
What is excused? You can step out.
Thank you, Your Honor. Well, for me,
राइट नॉलेज में आप लोगों को स्वागत है। मैं हूं वैभव। आज की वीडियो का टॉपिक है हमारे सेक्स एजुकेशन, जो कि हमारे इंडिया के अंदर काफी जरूरी टॉपिक है और इसको लेकर हमारे इंडिया के अंदर आज भी बहुत सारी प्रॉब्लम्स फेस करने को मिलती है और कोई भी प्रॉपर तरीके से हमें इससे रिलेटेड एजुकेशन नहीं देता, जिसके बारे में हम आज इस वीडियो में बात करेंगे। और साथ ही साथ हम देखेंगे कि क्या क्या तरीके हैं जिससे हम अपने देश की पॉपुलेशन को कंट्रोल कर सकते हैं, उसके बारे में मैं आपको बताने वाला हूँ। तो इंडिया के अंदर एजुकेशन सिस्टम काफी ज्यादा कमजोर है, उसके अंदर भी सेक्स एजुकेशन नहीं है। तो सेक्स एजुकेशन क्यों जरूरी है मैं आप लोगों को पहले ये बता देता हूँ, क्योंकि इंडिया के अंदर जो रेप केसेस हर 15 मिनट में एक रेप केस दर्ज होता है। नेशनल क्राइम रिपोर्ट्स के द्वारा ये दर्ज किया गया है कि इंडिया के अंदर हर 15 मिनट में एक केस दर्ज होता है जो कि रेप से रिलेटेड होता है। और साथ ही साथ मोलेस्टेशन जैसे कई सारे केसेस भी होते हैं। और वर्ल्ड हेल्थ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन यानी कि WHO ने भी कहा है कि इंडिया के अंदर HIV और एड्स की प्रॉब्लम बहुत ज्यादा है और ये काफी तेजी से फैल भी रहा है। इंडिया के अंदर इंडिया तीसरे नंबर पे आता है HIV के मामले में। और तो और इंडिया के अंदर 6% पॉपुलेशन सेक्स से रिलेटेड प्रॉब्लम फेस करती है, जिसके अंदर 43% तो मेंस ही हैं और उनमें से 28% जो है वो तो जाते भी नहीं अपने इलाज के लिए डॉक्टर के पास, क्योंकि उनको डर लगा रहता है कि वो अगर जाके डॉक्टर से मिलेंगे तो पब्लिक में पता चल जाएगा और उनकी जो इज्जत है बाहर वो बर्बाद हो जाएगी, जिस वजह से इंडिया के अंदर इसको लेकर काफी ज्यादा बड़ी प्रॉब्लम्स है। और साथ ही साथ बच्चों के अंदर आज के समय में काफी सारी प्रॉब्लम देखने को मिली, जैसे कि हाल ही में रिलीज हुई OMG 2 मूवी, जिसको अगर आप लोगों ने देखा होगा, उसके अंदर बात की गई है कि कैसे एक बच्चे को अपने पीनस साइज को लेकर प्रॉब्लम होती है और उसको वो ठीक करना चाहता है, कैसे वो ठीक होता है। उसको एजुकेशन ना देने की वजह से उसके अंदर ही अपने लिए इनसिक्योरिटी पैदा हो जाती है। और साथ ही साथ ये चीजें गर्ल्स के अंदर भी होती है ब्रेस्ट्स को लेके, जिस वजह से काफी सारी प्रॉब्लम्स बॉयज और गर्ल्स दोनों को ही फेस करनी पड़ती है, वो भी उस समय जिस समय वो अपने एडोलसेंस में यानी किशोर अवस्था में। और जिस चीज को लेके हमारे इंडियन एजुकेशन सिस्टम को उन लोगों को जागरूक करना चाहिए कि ये चीजें नॉर्मल हैं। और साथ ही साथ हमारे इंडिया के अंदर बहुत से ऐसे स्कूल है जहाँ पे इसके बारे में बताया जाता है, पर पेरेंट्स के कारण उन स्कूलों को कई बार इस चीज को छोड़ना भी पड़ता है। हमारे ही स्कूल के अंदर मैं जब पढ़ता था 9th-10th में, तब रिप्रोडक्शन का चैप्टर था जिसके अंदर एनिमल से रिलेटेड तो हमें बता दिया गया था, पर जब बात आई रिप्रोडक्शन चैप्टर जो कि ह्यूमंस के ऊपर था, उसको लेकर वो काफी जल्दी खत्म कर दिया गया और कई क्लासेस में तो पढ़ाया भी नहीं गया उस चीज चीज को लेके, जो कि ये दिखाता है कि टीचर्स भी इस चीज को अवॉइड करते हैं और जो कि आगे जाकर काफी ज्यादा प्रॉब्लम होती है। क्योंकि जब बच्चों के अंदर क्यूरियोसिटी ज्यादा जागती है तो आज के समय में हर किसी के पास इंटरनेट है, वो इंटरनेट पे जाता है जहाँ पर वो आराम से अपनी प्रॉब्लम्स को सर्च कर सकता है, जिसकी वजह से वो कई बार गलत प्रॉब्लम्स में भी फंस जाता है और कई बार उनको इनसिक्योरिटीज फील होने लग जाती हैं, जिस वजह से आज के समय में बच्चे काफी ज्यादा डिप्रेशन का शिकार भी हो रहे हैं इस वजह से, क्योंकि हमारे एजुकेशन सिस्टम की ही काफी बड़ी नाकामी भी है। और साथ ही साथ आप लोगों को शायद ये ना मालूम हो कि पाकिस्तान जो कि हमारा नेबर कंट्री है वो पॉर्न सर्चिंग के मामले में नंबर 1 पे आता है, पर उससे भी बड़ी बात यह है कि इंडिया जो कि एजुकेशन मामले में काफी आगे निकल चुका है पाकिस्तान से, वो अब 2nd नंबर पे आता है। कोई और देश हैं जो कि इंडिया से पिछड़े हैं पर वो नहीं, पर इंडिया सबसे आगे है, यानी कि दूसरे नंबर पर आता है, जो कि काफी ज्यादा बड़ी प्रॉब्लम दिखा जाए। क्योंकि जब लोग ऐसे साइट्स पे जाते हैं तो उनको अपने अंदर एक उत्तेजना पैदा करने का मौका मिल जाता है और कई बार ये काफी घातक साबित होता है, जिस वजह से रेप केसेस भी बढ़ते हैं। और साथ ही साथ कई ऐसी प्रॉब्लम्स है, जैसे कई बार सेक्स रिलेटेड एड के ऊपर भी बैन लगा जाएगा, जैसे कॉन्डम्स को लेकर भी बैन लगा जाता है। और इसको लेकर पब्लिक में भी काफी ज्यादा प्रॉब्लम्स है, क्योंकि पब्लिक प्लेस में अगर आपने सेक्स बोल दिया यानी कि आप अश्लील हैं, जो कि काफी ज्यादा बुरा है हमारे एजुकेशन सिस्टम और हमारे लिए भी। क्योंकि जिस चीज के बारे में लोगों को हमारे प्राचीन समय में बताया जाता था, हमारे भारत के प्राचीन समय की जो एजुकेशन सिस्टम थे उसके अंदर कामसूत्र के बारे में पढ़ाया जाता था ताकि लोग एजुकेट हो सके। और जब ब्रिटिशर्स आए तो उन्होंने हमारे एजुकेशन सिस्टम को पूरी तरीके से बर्बाद कर दिया और अपने एजुकेशन को सुप्रीम बताकर हमारे देश को खोखला कर दिया, जिस वजह से हमारे देश के अंदर मिथ बन गया इस चीज को लेकर। और लोगों को समझना चाहिए कि ये काफी ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट मुद्दा है। आप लोगों को पता ना हो कि नीदरलैंड जहाँ पे सेक्स एजुकेशन दी जाती है वहाँ पर बहुत पहले बहुत सारी प्रॉब्लम्स होती थी, जैसे कि टीनेज प्रेगनेंसी। पर जब वहाँ पे ये पॉलिसी अपनाई गई सेक्स एजुकेशन को लेकर तो वहाँ पर टीनेज प्रेगनेंसी घटी। और साथ ही ब्रिटेन जो कि इतना ज्यादा डेवलप्ड है जिसको हर कोई मानता है, पर वहाँ पे टीनेज प्रेगनेंसी बहुत ज्यादा है। और साथ ही साथ यूएस जैसे कंट्रीज, बहुत सारे ऐसी कंट्रीज है जहाँ पे ये सब बहुत ज्यादा नॉर्मल हो चुका है। और साथ ही साथ क्राइम रेट्स भी बहुत ज्यादा बढ़े हैं। और आप लोगों को साथ जानकर हैरानी होगी कि हमारा जो पड़ोसी देश बांग्लादेश है वहाँ पर इस चीज को लेकर एक मुहिम चलाई गई है जहाँ पे गर्ल्स को एजुकेट किया जा रहा है जेंडर इक्वालिटी को लेकर और गुड टच बैड टच के बारे में लेकर बताया जाता है। पर इंडिया के अंदर गुड टच क्या होता है, बैड टच क्या होता है, ये भी नहीं बताया जाता, जिस वजह से इंडिया को इस मामले में अपने आप को बदलना पड़ेगा। अपने एजुकेशन सिस्टम को और भी बेटर करने के लिए हमें इसको अपने एजुकेशन सिस्टम में वापस लाना पड़ेगा, जैसे हमारे प्राचीन समय में गुरुकुल्स के अंदर पढ़ाया जाता था। आप लोगों को शायद मेरी बात बेकार भी लगे, पर आप लोगों को अगर जानना है तो हमारे देश में कई सारे ऐसे टेम्पल्स भी हैं जो कि सेक्स से रिलेटेड कई सारी आकृतियां उन पे बनी हुई हैं, जो कि आप जाके देख सकते हो, जिनमें से मध्य प्रदेश, ओडिशा, कर्नाटक, राजस्थान, गुजरात, इन जगहों पे कई ऐसे टेम्पल्स मिल जाएंगे आपको देखने को। चाहे तो आप इंटरनेट पे भी जाके सर्च कर सकते हैं और आप वहाँ पर भी जाकर देख सकते हैं, जहाँ पे लोगों को एजुकेट करने के लिए ही वो बनाया गया था। और ये चीज काफी नॉर्मल है, क्योंकि अगर आप एजुकेट नहीं है इससे तो आपका जो रिलेशनशिप है वो भी इफेक्ट करता है। और साथ ही साथ इससे कई सारी प्रॉब्लम्स होती है, अनचाही प्रेगनेंसी, एड्स, HIV, ऐसी प्रॉब्लम्स होती है। साथ ही साथ मस्टरबेशन को लेकर लोगों को एक गलतफहमी होती है कि जिसको करने से लोगों को काफी ज्यादा दिक्कत हो सकती है, आगे जाकर वो बच्चे पैदा नहीं कर सकते, ऐसी कई सारी प्रॉब्लम्स होती है। तो मैं आप लोगों को बता दूं कि मस्टरबेशन एक नॉर्मल थिंग है और साइंटिस्ट ने भी बोला है कि इससे करने से कोई ज्यादा दिक्कत नहीं होती। अगर आप किसी चीज को हद से ज्यादा कंज्यूम करते हैं तो वो प्रॉब्लम देती है। जैसे अगर आप हद से ज्यादा अल्कोहल पियोगे तो आपको दिक्कत होगी, आपका लिवर फेल हो सकता है। हद से ज्यादा खाना खाओगे तो आपका पेट खराब हो सकता है। वैसे ही मस्टरबेशन भी नॉर्मल करोगे तो आपके हेल्दी लाइफ के लिए काफी ज्यादा बढ़िया है, पर उसको भी अगर आप ओवर कर दोगे, अपने लिमिट से ज्यादा करोगे तो वो आपके लिए दिक्कत देगा। तो हर चीज की एक लिमिट होती है और मस्टरबेशन हेल्थ के लिए एक नॉर्मल चीज है। और साथ ही साथ योगा में भी इसके बारे में बताया गया है। और साथ ही साथ हमारे पौराणिक कथाओं, हमारे ग्रंथों में भी इससे काफी ज्यादा ज्ञान जुड़ा हुआ है। और साथ ही साथ हमारे तो भगवानों ने भी इसको एक पवित्र चीज माना है। और अगर आप लोगों को मेरी बात बेकार लग रही है तो आप जाके हमारी पौराणिक कथाओं को पढ़ सकते हैं। और साथ ही साथ हमारे देश के अंदर लिखी गई कामसूत्र जैसी कई सारी प्राचीन बुकें हैं उनको पढ़ सकते हैं। और साथ ही साथ हाल ही में रिलीज हुई OMG2 जो कि सेक्स एजुकेशन के ऊपर बात करती है, आप चाहो तो उसको भी जाके देख सकते हो। और मैं ये मूवी का प्रमोशन नहीं कर रहा, मैं बस इतना कह रहा हूँ कि बच्चों को एजुकेट करना है पेरेंट्स की जिम्मेदारी, टीचर्स की जिम्मेदारी, जिस वजह से उनको ये मूवी देखनी चाहिए और उनको समझना चाहिए कि लाइफ में क्या क्या चीजें जरूरी होती है हर एक बच्चे की। और साथ ही साथ उसके अंदर सेक्स एजुकेशन भी आता है, ये उनको समझना होगा। और अपने देश के एजुकेशन सिस्टम को और ज्यादा बेटर करने के लिए गवर्नमेंट को भी कदम उठाने पड़ेंगे, जैसे कि नाइजीरिया के अंदर वहाँ पर कैंप चलाया जा रहा है जहाँ पर ऑनलाइन जाकर बच्चा अपनी प्रॉब्लम्स पर बात कर सकता है और अपने प्रॉब्लम्स बताकर और साथ ही साथ एजुकेशन भी ले सकता है वहाँ पर बिना फेस दिखाए। और साथ ही साथ जिम्बाब्वे में भी वहाँ पर तो टीचर अपॉइंट किए गए हैं ताकि वहाँ पर बच्चों को एजुकेट किया जा सके, और बच्चों को एजुकेट करने के लिए नए टीचर्स 2012 से ही भर्ती करना शुरू कर दिया, और वहाँ पे काफी ज्यादा हाई स्किल्ड टीचर्स को रखा गया है ताकि वहाँ से ये प्रॉब्लम्स खत्म हो सके। और सही में वहाँ पे HIV रेट्स कम हुए हैं, और बांग्लादेश में तो जेंडर इक्वलिटी को लेके लड़कियों को बताया जा रहा है गुड टच बैड टच, और इंडिया में भी ये होना चाहिए ताकि इंडिया अपने बच्चों को और भी ज्यादा अच्छी तरीके से एजुकेट कर सके। और साथ ही साथ हम चाहे तो नेदरलैंड के एजुकेशन सिस्टम को भी फॉलो कर सकते हैं, जहाँ पर सेक्स एजुकेशन नॉर्मल कर दिया गया है और वहाँ पर एक ही क्लास में लड़के लड़कियों को बैठाकर इसके ऊपर बात करने को बोलते हैं। और साथ ही साथ जहाँ पर एक लड़का खड़ा होकर इससे रिलेटेड क्वेश्चन भी कर सकता है, क्वेश्चन के जवाब भी दे सकता है, क्लास में ही ये सब होता है, और वहाँ पे एक प्रोफेशनल टीचर भी होता है जो इससे रिलेटेड जानकारी दे सके। और साथ ही साथ फ्रांस और भी कई जैसे बड़े देशों में ये सब नॉर्मल है, और इस वजह से वहाँ पर जो टीनेज प्रेगनेंसी है वो कम है। और आप लोगों के साथ ये जानकर हैरानी होगी जिन अंग्रेजों ने हमारे देश के अंदर अपनी पॉलिसी डाली, एजुकेशन पॉलिसी जिस तरीके से घुसेड़ी, उसी तरीके से उनके यहाँ भी उनकी पॉलिसी अब फेल हो चुकी है, और वहाँ पे टीनेज प्रेगनेंसी बहुत ज्यादा बढ़ चुकी है। HIV जैसे कई सारे प्रॉब्लम्स फेस करने पड़ते हैं, जिस वजह से अगर इंडिया को ब्रिटिश जैसा हाल नहीं करना और साथ ही साथ अपने यहाँ पर क्राइम को कम करना है, ओवर पॉपुलेशन को कंट्रोल करना है, तो उसके लिए हमें कई सारी चीजें अपनानी पड़ेंगी, जैसे कि हमारे एजुकेशन सिस्टम के अंदर सेक्स एजुकेशन को कंपलसरी करना ही पड़ेगा। हर एक क्लास के लिए अलग अलग टीचर ना करके एक ही टीचर रख दिया जाए ताकि वो बस बच्चों की प्रॉब्लम्स को सुन के उनको सॉल्व कर सके, और साथ ही साथ टाइम पे बच्चों की एक एक्स्ट्रा क्लास ले सके जहाँ पे वो एजुकेट कर सके। और भी कई तरीके हैं जैसे कि नसबंदी को लेकर कई लोगों के दिमाग में मिथ रहता है कि बॉयज के प्राइवेट पार्ट को कट कर दिया जाएगा, पर ये गलत चीज है, ऐसा कुछ नहीं होता। और साथ ही साथ नसबंदी की वजह से औरतों के ऊपर ज्यादा प्रेशर आ जाता है क्योंकि मर्द सोचते हैं कि उनकी मर्दानगी खत्म हो जाएगी, जिस वजह से औरतों के ऊपर ही जिम्मा थोप दिया जाता है इंडिया के अंदर, जिस वजह से इसको भी लोगों को अपनाना होगा। और साथ ही साथ पेरेंट्स और टीचर्स की भी जिम्मेदारी है अपने बच्चों को एजुकेट करें, और साथ ही साथ इसके लिए कई सारी बुक्स भी आती हैं जो कि बच्चों को एजुकेशन में हेल्प करती हैं। और हमारी गवर्नमेंट को भी इसको लेकर काफी ज्यादा सीरियस होना होगा। उन्हें फिर से जैसे बेटी बचाओ बेटी पढ़ाओ आंदोलन चलाया था और वैसे ही उनको अब पॉपुलेशन को कंट्रोल करने के लिए और भी ज्यादा मुहिम चलानी होंगी अलग अलग तरीके से, जैसे कॉन्डम यूज करना और भी कई सारे प्रोटेक्शन यूज करना बताना होगा। साथ ही साथ क्या क्या फायदे होते हैं हेल्दी रिलेशनशिप के लिए ये सब बताने पड़ेंगे ताकि हमारा देश आगे बढ़ सके और हमारा हाल ब्रिटिशर्स की तरह ना हो जिनका देश आज के समय में ऐसी प्रॉब्लम्स को फेस कर रहा है। तो मेरा यही कहना है कि इस वीडियो को अगर आप लोग ज्यादा से ज्यादा सोशल मीडिया पे अपलोड करें और इस वीडियो को ज्यादा से ज्यादा पेरेंट्स देखें और उसको शेयर करें अपने बच्चों के साथ देखें तो ये ज्यादा बढ़िया रहेगा। और जितने भी मेरे व्यूवर्स हैं अगर वो लोग इसको देख रहे हैं तो वो सोशल मीडिया या सोशल इन्फ्लुएंसर के पास सेंड करें ताकि वो और भी आगे जाकर लोगों को इन्फ्लुएंस कर सके, क्योंकि हमारे कम्युनिटी और कई सारे सोशल मीडिया एक्टर्स इस चीज को लेकर काफी सारी बात कर चुके हैं और उनको और भी ज्यादा मोटिवेशन मिलेगा ताकि वो और भी ज्यादा लोगों को मोटिवेट कर सकें। और आप लोग अपने देश की काफी ज्यादा मदद कर सकते हैं ताकि आप अपनी जनरेशन को और भी ज्यादा हेल्दी बना सके और भी ज्यादा जेंडर इक्वलिटी को ला सके इंडिया के अंदर, क्योंकि आज भी ज्यादातर प्रॉब्लम्स लड़कियों को फेस करनी पड़ती है। ऐसा नहीं है कि लड़कों को नहीं करनी पड़ती, लड़कों को भी करनी पड़ती है। पर अगर ये चीज इंडिया के अंदर आएगी और एक साथ एक ही क्लास में बच्चों को इस तरह से पढ़ाया जाएगा बिना भेदभाव करे तो इंडिया आगे जाकर काफी ज्यादा डेवलप बन सकता है और लड़के लड़कियां अच्छे फ्रेंड्स बनके एक दूसरे की प्रॉब्लम्स को सॉल्व कर सकते हैं। तो अब मैं अपनी वीडियो को यहीं खत्म करता हूँ, आपसे मिलता हूँ किसी और इम्पोर्टेंट टॉपिक के साथ। अगर आपको मेरी वीडियो जरा भी अच्छी लगी तो इसको लाइक शेयर कमेंट करके हमें जरूर बताएं और साथ ही साथ हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें। जय हिंद जय भारत।